I started early. Is anybody in here? Hopefully. I'm going to wait till some people get in here. Let's see how many people are watching right now. Because, I'm out of practice. I haven't done this in a long time. Hold on. It even feels weird just talking out loud right now. It feels weird. Hold on. Let me go to my content. Hi, Comicsgate. 13 people watching. Okay, hello. Hello. Hi, Slocurialt. Hi, Veiled. Hi, Val Schnitzel, Department of Transportation. Rodimus, KSSS. Vermont Cheddar. And Al Bundy, who was here earlier. Texas Mofo. Al Bundy just wants me to show my boobs. But here I am. Kick Sheila says, Bob, bug with one eye's king is king. Hi, Chris Mack. Hey, crossover from the Dabbleverse. Ian Hawk is here, a Dabbleverse guy. Certified guy. Wise Guys is here. Hey, you. That guy sent me 40 pounds of chocolate one time. It was amazing. That's why I got this fat. Hello, Blarpful. Mega McNut. Hale. Good friend of mine. Shout me up. The boobs are there. Just trust they're there so we can move on with the show. Dabble Storian says, we're doing a watch party in the Discord. Cool. Hi, Discord. I'm assuming that's the Dabble Storm Discord and not Spurgtopia. I don't know. Whichever one it is. Love you guys. You guys are great. Mike TV. Ahoy there, Sheila. Heard you're the model for PTP's feminine behavior. Yeah. Yeah, you got it from me. I love to go to sex dungeons and get mad about it when people tease me about it. Yeah, I got them, Ian. I'm one of Nobody Likes Onions redheaded chicks in the chat. I'm a real chick. Melton said I'm a guy, but I mean, I can't prove I'm not, but I know, Wise Guys. So last night, John Malin had this stream dishing all this stuff about Comicsgate and the drama that's happening. I fell asleep. I was watching Ethan's stream last night, and it was great. It was very epic the way he called out Yellow Flash. I'm a moderator for like all these people's channels, by the way. Yellow Flash, Ethan, Malin, what's his name? Shane, and then all the Jack Show people except for Kelsey. So yeah, I was supposed to be on there. Malin did send me the link, but I was already asleep because I fell asleep after I watched Ethan's show where he called out Yellow Flash for being so high and mighty that he won't crowdfund his comic book, yet his artist is literally living out of a trailer in his own backyard because his house got flooded and he can't afford a Christmas tree and Christmas presents for his kids. Meanwhile, that artist is doing art for Yellow Flash, who wants to just be on his high horse about, crowdfunds are dumb. You should have the comic book done and then just sell it. But that's not good for the artist. Ethan made a very good point with that last night. Hello, Mr. Von Stugel. I have some funny screenshots. Somebody said something in the live chat replay of this video we're going to watch. I have timestamps, don't worry. Let me show you something somebody said. Every time somebody said something about me, it highlights it in orange. And I just noticed people talking some shit. It was very funny. I'm going to post it on here real quick as an overlay. Hold on. People are so mean. Let's see. We got two of them here. First one was at 1 hour, 58 minutes. Fatty said, PTP, Patrick Thomas Parnell, always reminded me of a male Sheila Aliens in a way. Dun, dun, dun. That one hurt. That one cut deep. Sheila Aliens is on the loose again. They suspend her sentence or something, said Brains Taste Awful at 7 minutes, 55 seconds. Yeah. So those ones hurt my feelings. I cried. But moving on. Hi, Taylor Swift. Tree Goblin, Tippy Tail, McKitty Meow Meow. Is Dillard in here? That's awesome. Okay. Hello, everybody who's in here. This is Comicsgate stuff. So if you're from the Dabbleverse, you're not going to understand what the hell's going on. But I took some timestamps. So the thing is about this, so a bunch of Comicsgate people, artists, creators, writers, were at a convention in Tampa. They all kind of went to a sex club dungeon thing just for fun, which is fine. I probably would have gone. But some of them got butthurt about the fact that people are making fun of them about it. But these people were already butthurt. So basically Comicsgate is fracturing from the inside. Let's start with Malin's explanation of this at 3 minutes 20 seconds. And here we go. Let me know if the audio is bad or it's not working.
Yo. Hello, everybody. How are you doing tonight?
Hold on. I want to get the chat going. It's important to see the chat.
Wow, look at that. There's over 13.
Let me make sure that's going here.
On all my campaigns.
3 minutes, 20 seconds. Okay.
100 people tuning in right now. Massive attention on this event. The Dungeoneer Files. This is what is all this? What are we talking about? What is it?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to explain this to like people who don't know what Comicsgate is at all, or if I should just skip all that and just explain it for Comicsgate people, because it's a lot. But I never understood what Camel Moon did wrong in any of this. That's somebody who I appeared on his live stream every Friday for a year on Camel Nights as a fourth mic. Somebody I know very intimately on the internet. So I don't know what he did to be on the naughty list here, but if anybody knows that, let me know. Yes, Chris Mack, it's on 1.5. I had it playing at 2. And then when you go to normal speed, it sounds so slow. Okay, I'll play it normally.
It's a Dungeoneer. I think most of you guys know because there's 1,300 of you here. I think people have been tuning in. Dungeoneers. There was a convention. It was in Tampa Bay in 2023. A group of comic skaters went to a dance club, I believe, called the Castle. The Castle has a little bit of a like S&M element to it.
So the Castle, that is, might as well set the stage for you guys. If we're going to go to the Castle, let's go to the Castle. It's here. And I would totally go to this place. A multi-level dance club with music from new wave to pop and a crowd dressed from goth to fetish. I'm not saying I wouldn't go, because I would go. They do stuff. I mean, that looks like fun. Why are you gonna like get butt hurt? If you went there, you went there. People had butt plugs in their butts. Okay. That looks tacky, but I would go. Cecil was there, as well as all these other lesser, lower demons in Comicsgate. Let's go back.
Actually called the dungeon. When these comic skaters went to this club, there were people that were nudists in the club. There were dirty, stinking, nude hippies walking around this club. At least one had a butt plug hanging out of his asshole. Another had it may have been the same guy, had a sheath over his penis, like to elongate it, something like almost something like you would see in, what was that movie, Seven? You remember the guy had the big old strap-on deal? It was monstrous. Anyways, a lot of people thought that, this is weird. This is weird that a bunch of comic skaters going to this fucking, which is known, this place, the Castle, is known among the locals as being a gay sex club.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, allegedly, that's what I...
And if you go to that, that's fine. It's fun, right? But why is my camera off? If you go to that, that's okay. Hi, Angela Curry. Meow. Love all you guys. If you go to that, that's fine. It's fun. Just why be embarrassed? The thing is, these people were already butthurt at John Malin and Ethan because they rule Comicsgate. And they These people think they can roll Comicsgate better.
I've been told by one of the people that live near the Tampa Bay area is that they know of this as like a gay sex club or a gay dance club. And this is where the ringleader, the guy who tried to organize the meetup down there, Patrick Parnell, aka Party Time Patrick, a term coined by myself, and has stuck. You know, it's weird. It's weird. It's almost like a Trump thing, I guess, because
Patrick Thomas Parnell is he's an artist and a comic book creator, indie comic book creator. What's the one he sent me the figurine? He sent me a book, very cool. But he's also a guy who sits there on streams silently. He sits there very quiet, so he's not that much of a great YouTuber. But he also likes to seethe silently and get mad and butthurt, and he's kind of passive aggressive. And he gets into the drama behind the scenes. Let me see if I can show you guys a picture of Patrick Thomas Parnell. I feel like all this needs to be like, I should have just done a proper video and not a live stream. And here's Patrick Parnell. I should have done like a whole documentary style. Okay. Where is this feller? And he's often intoxicated on things, and that's fun. That's always fun, but he's still kind of quiet. Here we go. That's the guy right there. That's the guy who took these people to a sex dungeon and got butthurt when they made fun of him for it. Let's move forward.
You know, he would label his opponents like Sleepy Joe. And it would get under their skin. And I guess that got under his skin. I guess if you're looking for a reason, nicknames get under your skin. Because Party Time Patrick sounds cool. Hey, you're Party Time Patrick. And in this case, I guess it got under his skin. Along with the term Dungeoneer. So all the comic skaters that went to this alleged gay sex dance club were kind of called the Dungeoneers. Another term
people watching. Hello.
And so that's that. That's what a Dungeoneer is. It's a group of comic skaters went to a sex club, had a great time, took video of it, photos of it, you know, whoop whoop. And then you know, I sitting home in little Michigan, weathering the
John's sitting at home. He's got a wife he's had for several years, and he can't go out and have fun like that. And he doesn't like people. He doesn't like humans. So he wishes he could have gone, I'm sure. It would have been fun. I would have gone in a heartbeat.
Weather.
And what Comicsgate does is they break balls with each other. That's what I think every human does. But there's people that can't take it, and that's when they become a lol cow, which is basically what Patrick is doing.
In my office, you know, I'm sitting here, I'm living vicariously through these guys. I'm having a good old time. I'm like, oh my god, look at all these people. Shane's out here hanging out, Mandy's hanging out. Oh, Party Time Patrick. I didn't have Party Time Patrick at the time. Patrick Parnell, PTP.
Did Anna get married already, Angela? I'm sorry, hold on. I would love to be invited to Anna's. I'm gonna be in California. Wait, I might be in California when she gets married. I would love to be invited. But no pressure, Anna, no pressure. He plugged. Oh, the charging sound. I'm sorry. I've tuned it out. Okay, I just unplugged it. My MacBook was plugged in. Okay. Thank you for pointing that out, Ian. I've unplugged it, and now you're not going to hear it anymore. Thank you. Thank you for your feedback on that. Should be good. I'm sorry.
Is hanging out.
I can't even hear you.
Everyone's having a good time. This is great. And then I wanted to experience as much as I could through people's live, much like a lot of comic skaters through their live feeds and whatnot.
Sorry about that.
And see what all is going on there.
Thank you, Jake.
And then as the convention started to wind down, all these other things start kind of coming out. I think we heard about the sex club at some point, and then the pictures start going online, and everyone's like, you know, so these guys, you look, the comic creators that went, you know, they weren't ashamed of what they did, and not they weren't expressing any shame. They were showing pictures and video, and look at this guy with a cock sheath on, like, right, LOL. That's what everybody's like, LOL. So anyways, after this happened, I started inviting people on to my streams. I think most of them were on Rumble. I had young Vaughn Coleman.
I have no thoughts. I'm sorry. I got to respond to the chat real quick. Malky Storian, what are your thoughts on Malky? I've only seen clips of him on Tuki's channel, and he's just a crazy guy on drugs. Good for him. He does cool things with his eyes. I'm sorry. I'm going to try not to pause. It's just like too much crossover. I have Dabbleverse and Comicsgate in here. I love both of you guys. All you guys. All you and females, too. Sorry. Let's just concentrate on this.
Coleman on there. I had... I think Chad Townsend on there. I had Kelsey on there. The Kelsey one did not go so well.
Kelsey was the stream earlier
took
today.
Offense to some of my.
Kelsey's streaming with, you know, that old guy who looks like he might be dying, who's a great artist. What's his name? Mike something. But he didn't mention the drama at all.
Comments. That's fine. Whatever. But anyways, I made enemies apparently because whenever we would talk about Tampa, I would talk about the Dungeoneers. So I still think it's funny. I think it's funny. And that's that. But because I laughed at them, see, I wasn't supposed to laugh. That's
my apologies. Mike Barron is a writer, not an artist. I apologize.
That's kind of what.
And he seems fine from what I can tell. He was just streaming with Kelsey today about they actually were putting a show on. They weren't talking about drama, so that's fine. I'm sorry, he's a writer. I take it back. I take it back.
Kicked it off. That's what kicked these.
What was this one? He writes like, you know, Go USA type of stuff. That's what he does.
Off there. What I'm supposed to do is say slay. You know, slay motherfuckers. You guys out there having a good old fucking time. Yeah. Put some butt plugs in your butthole. Come on. Now everyone's having a good old time. That's what I was supposed to say. Yeah, everyone's having a good old fucking time.
Baron's cool.
Woo!
Okay.
But I was laughing at it. I thought it was funny. I was like, you guys went to a fucking gay sex club or dance club, whatever. You guys went to this fucking club known as a gay, you know, it's like, yeah, you know, and then it's like, you're not allowed. I wasn't allowed to say that. I wasn't allowed to say that.
My bad.
This
sorry
dungeon, even though the castle in Tampa, you guys can look it up. You can go to the website. There's actually
I'm not
a link, and it says the dungeon, and it shows you the dungeon part. Oh, and at the dungeon, I believe it's at the dungeon part. So the Dungeoneers had said this too. There was a whipping station, so you could go and stand in a line. I guess.
You could go and do this and that. You can get your butt whipped. And that's fine, and that's fun. And a lot of people went there, but the leader of the pack, the one who took everyone there, doesn't think anybody can joke about it. On top of that, he thinks he should be the leader of Comicsgate, which is a real problem. It has nothing to do with the sex dungeon, I don't think. But in general, for you Comicsgate people, what did Camel Moon say? Eric Hufties is in Eric Huffles, however you say your name. Angela Curry, is Jabba around? Can somebody tell me what did Camel Moon do to be on the naughty list? Because I heard Chokeout say, I can't believe what Camel Moon, and I'm not surprised, whatever it is, but what did he say? And do we have confirmation of that? My next timestamp I have here is, let's see, 1627, the first. See, and so John Malin received 500 pages of private DM group chats from Twitter where they're all just talking shit about the upper echelon of Comicsgate creators. And he won't show the screenshots because they reveal who the mole is. So, you know, he could like mass crop them or something, I think, or something. I don't even know. AI could get involved and figure it out. So we're just getting this filtered to us through Malin, and he's not great at it because he's not thorough. He's not autistic enough. Camel Moon was a guest on Jack's show. Didn't go well. Sheila, really? He's been on there like more than once. But I believe you if it didn't go well. I was, you know, like I said, like the fourth mic or whatever on Camel's show for at least a year every Friday, volunteering my time to him for 4 hours every weekend. It was fine. I had a good time. Me and Chokeout were on there. It was cool. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he did in this DM group to be on the naughty list, but it seems like he's on the naughty list. I don't even know what he did. My next timestamp is 1627 at the first. This is Malin just showing us screenshots of his own summaries of what is in the screenshots that we're not allowed to see.
Here's one of the Dungeoneer stuff. From the Dungeoneer files, July. First noticeable shot fired is Shane pointing out to PTP that he didn't think Sean Gordon Murphy swiped Patrick's Zorro art. Shane shows fencing photos in a similar pose. Patrick says it's the sugar skull, which is a...
So it's like Patrick Thomas Parnell's sitting around just making up, or like not making up, but sitting around thinking people are stealing his artwork when they're not, especially if it's a Day of the Dead mask, which is a very common trope. I mean, everybody does it. I mean, it's like, you didn't create the Day of the Dead mask, Patrick, so calm down.
Like a Mexican Day of the Dead kind of design that go onto people's faces. Shane mentions it's common for Day of the Dead. Shane says ultimately that's a reason to make your own shit to avoid confusion. Patrick his reply boils down to sometimes people make art, not IPs.
So that's like if you made a sexy blonde chick doing some kind of pose, and then somebody else makes a sexy blonde chick doing something that looks like that, you're going to be like, they stole my artwork because they might know who I am. No. Blarful says Camel Moon has the thinnest skin of anyone in CG. Yeah, he's got pretty thin skin. I'm not going to argue with that. Where you at? I'm here on Earth, planet Earth. PTP created a narrative that his Zorro book was hijacked. Of course. The Zorro book, by the way, Zorro being a pre-existing IP that he did not create and is weaved itself into the mind of the culture. Yeah, people are going to imitate it. And he did do a good, what is his book called? It wasn't Zorro, but it looked like Zorro, but it's like a skeleton Zorro. Why can't, oh my God, I feel bad about this because I have a copy of it and I have the figurine. Somebody tell me. His Zorro book. You guys keep calling it his Zorro book. It's not Zorro, is it? No. Was it? No, it's like a skeleton guy or something like that. I don't know. Wearing Zorro's outfit. Whatever. Who cares?
And I said, oh, damn. So when I read this, and we actually talked about it a little
Captain
bit, last night.
Johnny
Phantasm.
Phantasm.
Ballers. And I was like, yeah, okay. So Patrick is like, and I think the core of Patrick is probably
Johnny
two things.
Phantasm.
One, he really
Johnny
wants
Phantasm.
friendships. Like he wants deep friendships with people. But the problem with people that want deep friendships is that any joke, any slight becomes an attack, right? Like how you cut me so fucking deep. Because
only for these types. And the people who are in here from the Dabbleverse, you can relate because you know that Stuttering John is this way. He wants to make friends quickly and fast, and you have to be this tight with him, and it's not that hard to wrong him for him to turn on you, and it happens every week. And that's why the Dabbleverse exists, is people just tracking Stuttering John acting like a fucking fool, getting mad at people, becoming friends with them again, forming alliances, getting trolled. That's kind of crap because he's so easy to troll because he's just, it's like a child.
I thought we were great friends. I've met your family, I met your kids. We're fucking Ozzy and Harriet over here. We can't joke about people. We are too deep, we're too closely connected to have any sense of humor.
So that's weird to me because if you're deeply and closely connected, you have to trash each other in a joking, loving way. I mean, otherwise you're not really connected. It's not real. What kind of connection is that where you can't make fun of somebody for the exact shit that they're doing that is stupid? Hi, Jeremy.
Or points of view that differ in this relationship. And ultimately in this relationship, the one point of view that really, really matters to Patrick is Patrick's. That's it.
I'm convinced Patrick is kind of like a covert lol cow, but he doesn't do enough content online for us to make him a lol cow because he's just very quiet when he's on YouTube.
He's going to pull people as close as he can. This is all in my opinion. He's going to pull people as closely as he can to him and use friendship almost as like a weapon, you know, like hey, we're friends. We're friends. This isn't what friends do, right?
33D3D, little summary, all I know on Camel Moon, where Dabble Storian has an opinion about Stuttering John. Okay, well, what do you want me to do about it? Are you going to big time me if I send you the link? This is like, I don't want to turn this into a Dabbleverse stream because it wouldn't make any sense. What is the summary you have for Camel Moon? All of these people involved, like I've streamed with some of them for a long time, some of them several times, and all of them, I don't know. I chose the right side though. I already know that. Definitely Ethan's in the right, as always. It's even annoying how much he's always in the right, but he is. I wrenched Jabba. I'm pretty sure Jabba's a wrench in here. He can do as he pleases. No, Dabble Storian, I'm sorry. I'm going to big time you today. This is not a Dabble stream. It wouldn't make sense to, none of these people, they don't dabble. Mark Pengrin says, PTP crowdfunded a Zorro comic crossover with Johnny Phantasm. Oh, but got struck down by the Zorro trademark holders. He thought he could do it because of public domain. Oh. Well, sometimes you live and learn. He should have consulted with a copyright lawyer before getting into that, maybe. John Alexson, Camel Moon show never recovered after he fired Sheila and Chokeout. I loved the show when they were on it. It was trash after that. Yeah, Chokeout is great. Chokeout's hot by the Chokeout. Chokeout shows up later on in this stream and Chokeout. Next time you're in America, just hit me up.
Please apologize. Get down on your knees. Say you're sorry. Say you're fucking sorry, man.
Chokeout, by the way, still using the avatar I made for him. Let me skip ahead a little bit. When he's audio only, he's using the avatar I made of him. Look, upper right. That's Chokeout. And he really looks like he's fucking sexy. Watch. He's fucking hot. Yep, I would. Who's Cecil? I don't even know who that is. But this guy, he's got a doggy. Chokeout's hot. I don't care. Anyway, moving on. I totally would. Yep. Would. Well, at least Chokeout would actually, meet up with me and shit, I'm sure, just to get it over with. And what other timestamps do I have here? Oh yeah, nobody came to the airport to see Patrick Thomas Parnell when he had a layover, so he got butthurt at all of Comicsgate and started talking shit. That's at 18:30. Let's see here. Good thing I took notes.
This is kind of the opinion that I was getting from Patrick, and all the past experiences that I've had with. I mean, he's one of the first things I noted the other day on a stream was like 3 years ago he was at an airport, and I don't know, it might have been Atlanta, I don't know where it was, but he was live streaming it. He was I believe to be intoxicated, and he was complaining that while he was waiting in this airport, I guess for his next flight, nobody local, no Comicsgater local to the area was going to come out and see him. Nobody was coming out to visit Party Time Patrick there, and he took that personally. And while he was again, I believe, to be intoxicated, he started kind of going off a little bit about Comicsgate. He didn't like the kind of environment that was going on. And I believe he was leading into a little bit of stuff against Ethan, and eventually he was pulled off, I believe, by his wife. And I could be wrong on that.
Patrick has a hot wife with a lot of tattoos and red hair, and she's really sexy. But I guess sometimes she pulls him away from his stupidity when he's live streaming it and digging himself a hole, but she doesn't always pull him away. And sometimes she agrees with him. I don't know what's going on with her, but she is pretty hot, I guess, if you like that type. Next timestamp is Mr. Biggins is pulling strings behind the scenes, which, now we realize that that's probably what he did to Zach, who was one of the founders of Comicsgate and completely separated himself from it, thinking he's better than it, trying to go a different route. Hello, all 140 people watching. That's a crazy amount. Hi, that's a lot of people. So, and then Mr. Biggins was in his ear the entire time. So maybe he was telling Zach, you're better than them. Break away from them. You can do better. And Zach did find some success. He teamed up. He did that comic book with, this is where my brain starts to fart. It's the guy who's like, Rocky. Who's that Rocky guy? The actor. He did a comic book with that IP. Oh man, I'm gonna start sounding like an airhead real quick. So he did many successful comic books without Comicsgate, and just kind of said, fuck you guys. Sylvester Stallone, thank you. He did, and what was it called? The Unbreakables, The Untouchables. Yeah, Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, and Zach is a good comic book creator. He's good. He's great. He writes them. He doesn't do the art. He hires artists. He gets it all together. The Expendables. Okay, that's what it was. With Sylvester Stallone. Then I don't know. Whatever. He's involved with some pretty big names. So he did fine for himself after breaking away, but maybe Biggins kind of talked him into doing that, whatever. But I think he would do better if he came back to Comicsgate. So Mr. Biggins behind the scenes at 21 minutes. Let's see here.
Perfect. I'm not fucking perfect. Patrick's not fucking perfect. We're all fucking flawed people. Believe that. So, anyways, that's the kind of context of Patrick. And then there was a whole bunch of other Comicsgate stuff that other people have gone into pretty deeply. And then I don't want to spend all night talking about all these different.
Yes, I'm not. Hold on. Who's asking about my hair color? I'm a natural blonde, but I just dyed it red again. It'll go back to blonde someday when I get bored with it.
Things of Patrick. But bottom line, Patrick hates our guts right fucking now. And these DMs kind of go through all that stuff. But he's not the only one. He's being kind of egged on, in my opinion. And everything on here, guys, is my opinion. These are my opinions of what's going on here. Don't take anything as fact. These are my opinions. And but in my opinion, he's being egged on by another guy, Mr. Biggins. Mr. Biggins is a guy that I guess he's
Angela, do I remember when Biggins told Anna to get lipo? No, but I believe it because anytime he's talking to me, it's like, are you doing your squats? How fat are you? Are you this and that? And it's like, okay, all right, I get it. I hear he is like an Adonis, very tall. This is what Cecil said, so I believe it. Mr. Biggins is not only loaded, he's got a very hot wife. That's confirmed. He is like a tall Adonis god with like blonde hair. Like, oh my God, he sounds sexy, but get over yourself. No, not everybody's going to be up to your standards, Mr. Biggins. It's just not going to. Anna does not need lipo. Period. Moving on.
Allegedly, financially well off, successful, money man. He's been around Comicsgate for a good long while. He's got a great low kind of Southern drawl, and but people listen to him kind of like almost like an Edwin Boyette, who also had like that look.
Biggins will make you fucking get insecure really quick if you start talking to him. That's for sure. That's what he does. Maybe it's a manipulation tactic.
Low Southern drawl, like they almost like this guy knows something because of the his pitch, he's got some kind of deeper knowledge than the regular person. And then we found out about Edwin, and he's not that bright, so, yeah. Sometimes people get sucked in, by these low. Let me tell you guys what the truth about it.
If Biggins is a plastic surgeon, he could definitely give me some free surgery. I would take him up on that. Moving on.
Everything is and what matters. And, so anyways, that's Mr. Biggins. And but Mr. Biggins has been around Comicsgate for a good long time. And I guess he going through these, he seems to think that the longer you've been in, the more valid your opinions are. So because
I gotta pause for super chats. I'm sorry for this, you guys. I'm not sorry, actually. Thank you very much, Gigadef. $5. Hey, Sheila in chat. Hey, Collins. Thank you so much. It's very sweet of you. Thank you so much for this. I'm just sorry for all the interruptions in general. I like interacting with the chat. I hope you guys don't mind that. This is not a straight to it type of format. We're just doing a live stream. We're hanging out. Okay, cool. I shouldn't even apologize.
He's been here since day one, I guess. So, okay. All right, great. Those are the two big players here. Biggins is kind of in philosophically into Patrick's ear, almost in the same way that I would say that Edwin Boyette was kind of into Mike Smiller's ear. You're the right one. They're the wrong one. If you don't fix these things, Comicsgate is falling apart. So if Edwin Boyette was a dirt worm in Mike's ear, then Mr. Biggins is a dirt worm in Patrick's ear and most of the people in this room. So if they come up with like a varying opinion on something, Mr. Biggins is there to kind of correct them.
So Mr. Biggins is like the board of like a company because he has that biggest share in it. He's probably spent the most money in Comicsgate on people's campaigns. Maybe he thinks he has the right to direct the way it goes, and he has his ways of doing that, I guess, because he lives an exemplary life that people want to emulate. They respect him, and he does have a commanding way of speaking, I guess. Well, I guess once you see through it, it's nothing
on it. It doesn't matter who it is.
I had an example of him on hand, but he made himself very scarce. Once in a while, he would pop on to streams.
There's several people that do kind of say, hey, aren't these all just kind of jokes and stuff?
It's like, meanwhile, his wife's probably like, oh my God, I have to stay skinny. I better get bigger boobs. Oh my God, I hope he doesn't, who knows how her life is, maybe she's like not liking all the stress.
Mr. Biggin gets in there quickly to kind of correct, no, these are not jokes. And we'll see some of that on this Twitter stuff. So let me go through this real quick. All right. That's, I think, all the context you guys.
Old someday. Then what, Biggins? You're going to trade her in?
Your files.
You trade your wife in?
Yeah. People, not IPs. And let me go up. This is going to open me into a new window each time. From the Dungeoneer files, July. The rest of the month is pretty tame. Tampa talk. Patrick hates Gabe El-Taib. He really hates this guy with a passion. Again, that's a whole other story. That's why I didn't even go into it. Interest in Patrick and Biggins to shake hands and look people in their eye. Yeah, like there's
Gabe El-Taib, and all of this, by the way, is confirmed to be a snake because he works for Eric July now. So he's contacting people who are part of that Christian group and telling them they better turn on Ethan Van Sciver immediately. Shame on Ethan. And or else they're bad Christians, stuff like that. That'll come into play later. I'll show you.
There's a weird thing in there. Like, it goes over and over. Maybe it's something that Biggins said at some point before these, and now everybody thinks
none of it's K-pop.
This kind of idea,
K-pop, whatever you call it. As someone who's kind of involved in all this stuff, I love it when people say that. It's like, yeah, right. None of this is planned out. It's actually real. What you're seeing is real.
They really are into looking people in their eyes when they're shaking their hands. They really think that this is the way to get the measure of a man. You can figure out everything.
Yes, I will do a voiceover for anybody making any type of anything. I'll do a voiceover for free. Just contact me on Twitter. I'll do voiceovers happily. I love being a part of stuff.
Everything you need to know in that handshake and eye
just hit me up on Twitter.
So if you ever shake Patrick's hand, in my opinion, or Biggins' hand, trust me, their point of view is that if your handshake is weak, you are weak. If you look away, that's a weakness. They are not shaking your hand.
Patrick, Thomas, Parnell, and Biggins have this thing. Yeah, we need to meet people, shake their hand, look them in the eye. That sounds like an intimidation tactic.
In a good to meet you type fashion way, they are shaking your hand to figure out who the fuck you are. And if you don't shake their hand right, if you don't look them in the eye right, if your eye has a little...
You better crush their hands if you ever shake Biggins or Patrick Thomas Parnell's hand. You better just crush it until they are on their knees.
Squint to it, or your eyebrow gets a little twitch in it. There's something up
with
you. Like, that's fucking weird. That's really fucking weird. I mean, like, so they've talked about looking people in their eyes.
Seems like at Checkpoint
several times in here, and God knows how many other times they've talked about looking people in their eyes while you're shaking their hands. And yeah.
Checkpoint says, is Biggins a Mason? Probably. Not that that's a hard thing to get into or like to be. They like to he's like a string puller behind the scenes.
Anyways, I've mentioned here that the hardest part is figuring out the name. Sometimes they're swapped the number. I had to stop and try to write them down.
Wait a second. Angela has a crush on Malin. If Malin wasn't Malin, he could be hot, but he's Malin. He's not bad looking, but he's Malin. She says it sounds hot when he says fuck. Ooh, better push the replay button.
Let's see, we'll go up here. The next one, Dungeoneer Files, August. Biggins and Patrick don't like people calling Tampa Con a flea market.
Handshake. Yeah.
Complaining
it's like
about a lack of long boxes.
Whatever.
It's clearly about the after party, in my humble opinion. Patrick is afraid that a toy convention will kick him if they watch Comicsgate shows that are going to spend time shitting all over cons. Shame on those shows.
It's okay, Angela. I'm constantly simping over random dudes in the Dabbleverse and Comicsgate. I'm just like, ooh, Anthony Zinhauser is a comedian I find very sexy. Look him up. He's burly. He looks like fucking John Mayland. Anthony Zinhauser is fucking sexy to me.
Promoting this behavior,
shows
being something like
John is cute. He's fucking cute.
Live, I guess
But
Ethan's show. If Shane's on there saying he didn't have a good time, shame on that show. If they're on my show, if they're wherever,
the Biggins voice.
You can't go to a
Biggins has a nice voice
and express your independent opinion about your experience there. So this to me really had a show for how much control Patrick wants over people. And they even go further in here, and I'm sure it'll pop up. But
okay, well, let me see what other next timestamp I have. Anytime it's just kind of rambling on. Let me see, what timestamp do I have? The second dungeon file reveal. Oh yeah, shaking hands make you look weak if you don't look people in the eye. Biggins and PTP don't like Comicsgaters who don't like convention circuits. And they don't want you to talk poorly about the convention circuits on YouTube live streams. That is a very strict rule to have. And that's not Comicsgate at all, because people in Comicsgate, the main creators, the top ones, have been to many conventions and they don't like it. You get treated like a dog. For various reasons. They've had terrible experiences. They've told many stories about this live, and they're allowed to tell that. But behind the scenes, Patrick thinks that is a bad thing to discuss. You can't, because that way they can't get into the conventions that they want to get into. Then don't be in Comicsgate, I guess. Bye.
Are saying that for future shows, they want people to come on, but only those that will not talk poorly about the show. So it's almost like having a gag order, which I thought, again, was really fucking creepy, man. Like, can you imagine that? Someone inviting you out to, not even invite, it's not their show. It's not their show to do. They have no power there. All they're saying is, hey, guys, there's a show. In this case, it was Tampa. Hey, there's a show in Tampa. Wouldn't it be cool if everyone went out there? Okay. All right, cool, I guess. So Shane,
that chat that you see on screen is Malin's chat replay. It's not what's going on here.
Went out there, Manny went out there, Patrick went out there, Rini went out there, Kelsey went out there. Whole group of Comicsgate creators went out there, and fans. I don't know, 60 to 70 fans seems to be about the head count that I get from here. So these guys go out there, but then everyone, we had a good time, and everyone leaves. But people mention, well, there weren't a whole lot of comic books there. And that was Yellow Flash. Yellow Flash was in here, who I believe to be his Yellow Flash, because I didn't really zero down on the name to the number, but I believe it's Yellow.
I wish I could help Malin, because I'm very autistic about that kind of stuff. I could help him sort out that document and, Control F, find and replace the number ID for the people with their name of who we've confirmed they are, so he could unmix all of these images that he has. There's also OCR, which is an AI that will just read the text and read the text, because he's got screenshots, 500 pages of them. It'll take all of that and make it into text format. There's a lot you can do, but I don't want to bug. Like, I offered him, but I'm sure, as far as he knows, I'm just some chick from the chat. I could be a mole, or I could be fucking him over. So I understand. I don't want to leak whoever leaked it. And but I wish I had access so I could just format it and sift through, instead of just getting it filtered through him, because he barely cares enough to even go on about this enough. And we're like, wait, who said what? What happened?
Yellow Flash, complaining about how there's not a lot of long boxes. There's not a lot of comics for him to go through.
I felt so bad for Dillard and his family.
It was very much,
That's so sweet of Dark Gift and Quaff. Great people, by the way, to send his family, to send Dillard Draw's family the Christmas tree and Christmas gifts. That's very sweet. I didn't even know that was happening. I wasn't paying attention to Comicsgate, or else it would have helped.
Talking for him anymore, but it was very much, by most people's description, to be like a flea market. There were soap dispensers there, people making handmade soap. and not a lot of comics. And
It's a flea
even
market,
from the
yeah.
people that went, and Dungeoneers included, they said that mainly the comic presence was them, being Patrick's table, and Patrick had invited a bunch of these CG creators to sit in there. Mandy and Shane opted to get their own booths and, like adults, and just pay for their own booths instead of, kind of hopping onto somebody else's thing.
Yeah, I fell asleep by the time. Al Bundy says John started the stream way too late for me. Yeah, me too. I tried. I'm like an old lady now. I go to bed at like 10 or 11, and I watched Ethan's stream. I was already cuddled up in bed, ready to go to sleep. So I did miss Malin's stream, although he did send me the link, and I do appreciate that he did that.
But anyways, they were the large presence, and I think Graham Nolan had a booth out there somewhere, and so. But that was largely it. They were the comic book people at this supposed Comic-Con. But
my
in
name
most
comes
people's
my
opinion,
name.
Party Time Patrick
Okay.
really wanted people out there because that's his backyard, and it's almost like everyone's coming to see him. Shane made it sound like Patrick was a little sore that Shane didn't want to sit in Patrick's booth and that he wanted to get his own booth. And then that goes back to that mentality that I believe Party Time Patrick has, which is like he wants you so close to him that any refusal.
Madness, and it says not in the files. I know not in the files. I know I'm innocent. I'm a good girl. I'm on the right side. Yeah, I know.
Of his kindness is like this big slight to him. So he has a very
I'm just a chick in the chat. That's all I am.
About friendships and
Just
how friendships work for him, in my opinion. So I think that really kind of stems, and so you get that kind of person in one of these DM groups, and then you get someone like Biggins who probably has his own axe to grind, I guess, in here as well to kind of feed into it. Like, you're right, Patrick, you're right. These guys are working against you. This guy didn't want to sit in your booth, right? So I mean, yeah, so that's kind of what goes in this whole.
It seems like it's not hard for Patrick to take a slight to anything that you do. You don't want to share a booth with him, which is kind of gay when we're all adults. We can have our own booth if we have our own IPs and books that we've spent years creating and drawing and making and writing. We can have our own fucking booth and all be there and support each other, right? Whatever. Or not. Who cares? Just walk by Patrick's booth and like fart as you pass his booth and keep on walking. That's fine too. That's all you should do. Hi, Russell Hall. Why would Patrick be sore? Maybe it has to do with what's that place called? The Castle. Hold on. I'll tell you why he's sore. I'm going to show you why he's sore. And it's called, hold on. This guy right here, that's why Patrick is sore. That's why Patrick is sore. Is whoever this guy is. All right, moving forward.
Shit, it's so fucking gay. It's super gay. Everything about this is gay.
Solid.
I'm gay talking about it. But these motherfuckers are people that they do this friend shit, right? Okay, I guess I'm a deep personal friend, but these motherfuckers are doing this type of shit back here because I laughed about them going to a fucking sex club. And it was
I believe that's an oversimplification of the matter. They got mad at you laughing about them going to the sex club because they already didn't like you for various jealousy type of reasons. And they also can't take criticism or joking about them. That's true. That's also true.
This was all happening like the convention happened at the last weekend.
Angela said, why that guy? Because that was just the DJ at that sex club they went to. And so I'm just insinuating that he fucked Patrick in the butt. That's all.
Of July, I think it was. I think it was like July 30th, 31st, maybe. And then August 1st, I think, might have been that weekend. So it was a 3-day show last weekend of July, and it went into August. These were happening. This hatred towards me for laughing about the Dungeoneer stuff was all within apparently 5 fucking days.
Hi, Elasmat. Quack, quack.
I can't laugh about a fucking who are my supposed friends going to a fucking
yeah, you can't laugh at them when they go to butt plug clubs. You can't do it. That means you're a bad friend. Unless you're Cecil. Cecil didn't mind. or most people didn't mind. Cecil doesn't mind if you make fun of him for that. Let's see what timestamp I have. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Oh, 44 minutes. John starts a slideshow, and it is prepared images he's made with dungeon. It's like a dungeon in the background with him paraphrasing or actually quoting stuff he saw in the screenshots that we're not allowed to see. It's fine. Let's go there. 44 minutes. See, I did a little bit of prep for this, you guys. A little preparation.
Leak number 1 of tonight's big
Hi, Mr.
big
Yanakui.
show.
Mwah.
All right, I put this into my what's this clip studio here so that I can just kind of click through these and we can read them. All right, here we go. This is from Mr. Biggins, and Biggins says John Malin is a daily user of hallucinogenics and talks about it often. So is Cecil and many others. Are we going to get high and mighty about drug use? Mrs. Biggins and I are 100% drug free. Am I blank?
First of all, who got high and mighty about drug use? I don't even know if John Malin got high and mighty about that. But a daily user of hallucinogens, I've only been watching for 5 or 6 years, and I've never heard John talk about using hallucinogens, nor daily. I'm sure he's talked about using them in the past or whatever, but so Biggins is conflating John using marijuana and edibles as him talking about using hallucinogens daily. So that's pretty slanderous and stupid. And Cecil, Cecil's tripping on acid all the time. Anytime there's an event, he's tripping on acid, but that's fine. That's cool. It's not an everyday thing, but he does do it a lot.
And blank died of drug overdoses. They're going to come back and say I was putting out their family, friends and whatnot, businesses. If we are going to get judgy about drug use, let's go, but don't be selective, Mr. Biggins. I wanted to bring this up here because it's interesting that I'm being slandered along the lines of being a user of daily hallucinogenics and then being compared to people that died of drug overdoses. These two things are not the same. I smoke weed on occasion.
So I guess Biggins had some family members. My blank and blank and blank all died of drug overdoses, which is very sad. If we are going to get judgy about drug use, let's go. You can be judgy about whatever. You can be very selective about the kind of drugs you want to be judgy about. Mr. Biggins says, don't be selective. Well, you can be selective. You can be judgy about crack users and not judgy about marijuana users if you want to. You can be judgy about people shooting up heroin and not judgy about people taking edibles. I think that's up to each individual.
On occasion, I smoke some marijuana, guys. I am not a daily user of marijuana. Hallucinogenics, I don't know. I guess if marijuana, I've done some edibles. And when I do an edible, I take a bite, like a half of a 10 milligram. So
Gotta pause for a wonderful super chat from Taylor Swift, greater than Disney, Star Wars, and MCU. Thank you for the $2 super chat. More important than this, have you been to the diner? The diner? A diner? Not since the last one I went to, and I made a video about it. I think actually maybe I have been. I think I've been to IHOP. Yeah, I'm gonna go with yes. I've been to a diner in the past couple months, and I went out for some really good lobster and steak last night. There's a picture on my Twitter. Thank you for the $2 super chat, sir, who I don't know who you are.
5 milligrams of edible marijuana, little candy stuff. 5 milligrams. So if anyone thinks I'm getting blown out on this shit, am I fucking tripping deep balls on this shit? Is it equivalent to doing mushrooms?
Look at here. I could block any of these fools. Who should I block? I'm going to remove. I'm going to hide them on this channel. Angela, I'm hiding you on John's channel. Wait. No, it won't let me because you're a moderator too. Who am I going to? Tiny baby sloth, you're done on John's channel. I'm just kidding.
Or even, or as violent to my body as being a regular indulger of heavy liquors, because Biggins, as I understand it, drinks a lot. I'm not saying he drinks daily or hourly, but he drinks.
I'm going to take a brief break and then just let this play for a moment. Don't panic.
A lot. And I always find that weird whenever people start comparing marijuana use to alcohol. It's almost always someone with like a, you know, some liquor in their fucking hands, being like, oh, these marijuana guys, these guys are all a bunch of druggies. And while they're sucking down on something that is drugging them. It's literally drugging them. Yeah. Sorry. I smoke a little bit of weed from time to time. I have not touched weed, and not because of any of this. I just haven't felt the need to smoke any weed, the urge to smoke any weed. I haven't smoked weed in probably, I honestly think about 4 or 5 months. But I'm a daily user of hallucinogenics, and I talk about it often. I talk about weed often. Yeah, I like it. I'm not poo-pooing anybody for doing weed. You like to smoke weed? Hell yeah, man. But you know, I do it, and I don't do it just to sit there and vegetate and, you know, watch the fucking boob tube. When I do smoke it, I take one hit, and then I sit there and I draw. So of course my internet is going bad right now. Sorry guys if this is getting
anyway, that's not the biggest reveal. Okay, he says John's a druggie and he's not a druggie. We all know that. Yada yada yada. That's not that. He doesn't really get into the meat of it. I don't understand. I hope he reveals more of this crap. But I do believe. Well, so what happened after this was revealed that these leaks happened? Kelsey told everybody to burn in hell and fuck them, solidifying the fact that, yeah, he fucking hates Ethan and everybody and all that stuff. But these aren't the greatest leaks, John. I gotta say, I mean, that's not a big gotcha right there. I do believe there are some gotchas probably in the leaks. John's too lazy to do any follow through on that, probably.
Back to Patrick. This is another instance. Really? You think that might be it?
You're not allowed to talk about Kickstarter. You can't get people together without permission. You can't think different than John or Ethan or else. No one is allowed to outshine the sun. So that's just Patrick being a general little bitch. And that's how he feels about Ethan and John. Not that big of a reveal.
This multi-streaming has done it.
Patrick's a bitch. We all know that.
Choke out. Let me send you the link. That way I can get you in here for a reboot.
From this point forward, John has a little bit of internet problems. Let me go to my next timestamp here. Okay, make sure I'm unmuted and all that. Okay. Next we have Ethan enters the stream and wonders if everybody else on the stream hates him secretly. Let's see. 119. There's sexy choke out.
Maybe Ethan does. Maybe when he pops in here, he can let us know. I have no clue. No clue what his motives here are. But he's in there. I guess if you tell people you have a lot of money, you know, and to work out, people are like, ooh, yeah, I want to have money and work out. So I don't know.
Yeah, but that's what I'm like, and I don't fucking do this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're not trying to influence people. You know,
I almost ended you, tiny baby sloth. I was so close to banning you from John's chat. You got lucky.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, choke out. Oh yeah, the goofball ones. Johnny's long box. Here's Ethan. Hello, Ethan.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Jedi Knights of the Snyder Call for 2. Yellow Trash is Eric July's prison boyfriend. I think I read. What names did I read? That's too bad. Chris Stanley 50. Hail John and all the CG hate is unreal, crazy.
Chris Stanley, is that the same as Chris Stankley? I'm so confused. Is that Cristobal Stankiest? You sending them $50? Hold on.
Lord of Possums for 10. Here's money. Good to know there is at least one person who does not backstab people first chance they get. Oh yeah, I read that one. Skulls for the Throne. Zeta for 10. Let the heads roll. 200 watt studio for 2. Coomer to my town, Con. We go sperm lunking. Thank you for that 200 watt studio.
Coomer to my town.
5. Hail to the victors. Malin, go blue. Let the bodies hit the floor. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they've already hit the floor.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Ethan?
Well, I'm good. I enjoyed the show, John.
Oh, great.
Can I ask you guys something?
Sure. Is it an attack?
No. Are either of you guys hiding a deep-seated antipathy towards me? Do you hate my guts and you just haven't said so?
With a
And-
passion.
I just I don't know what to believe anymore. I stream with people and I like them. I assume they like me, and no.
That's true. So all these people that are bitter and turning against, I guess it's PTP. I don't know about Camel Moon. I don't know what he did or said. Hi, Jordan Horse. But it's like they're smaller creators, or at least PTP is, and he's it's like Comicsgate helps you, but you are embarrassed by Comicsgate. You don't want to be associated with it because you can't get into the conventions you want to get into if you are Comicsgate. And you want to clean up Comicsgate, but that's not what CG is. You can be adjacent. You can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Just try not to, like, I don't know why they're just sitting in there like getting money from Comicsgate while hating it. It's weird.
There's just
People like Patrick anyway.
two-facedness is the word. Like, I just rather people know exactly where they stand.
I like that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I want to know where I stand with people. Just tell me. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you don't like
Yeah.
me, believe me, it's your fault. I can deal with it. You're not going to hurt my feelings.
Right.
This is it.
I'm gonna go a couple more timestamps. Yeah, 123. They get into like the whole presentation manner of these leaks. People like transparency, and this isn't very helpful way to present it. And when I was supposed to list the names. So at one point, Ethan lists the names. We'll get to that next. He goes down the list of names and he says innocent with some of them, guilty with some of them, and nothing with the other ones. Who's innocent and guilty and why? We need to know why. So it was a very weird way to list the names. We'll get into that right after this.
My thing. My only problem with what you did just now is very entertaining. It was too short. And this audience, we owe them transparency. I've decided I'm sick of protecting these asswipes.
Yeah,
And we owe them
but I'm
transparency.
protecting a leaker, and I'm not going to sit and type all this 500 pages out, so I can do this streaming.
Like he has to do that. Like there's AI. I could help him out, but it's cool.
A month. So, yeah. So I did exactly what I could do. So that's what I did. That's why I did the show like this. So I appreciate your criticisms of this.
No,
show.
I'm not, John. I'm not criticizing you.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
But no, I definitely encourage anybody to go out there that has these documents to sit and spend months of your life reformatting it. Or if there's another way to download the files, if there's another way to download 500 pages and keep all the information intact without presenting the identity of the leaker, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
There are ways, but Elisa Macrilla says he didn't say guilty. He said innocent. Anyone that he didn't say innocent on is guilty. Okay, so that's why the chat was the one saying guilty, 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 guilty. Okay, we'll get to that.
But until then, everyone's going to have to take the word that what I've shown you is the truth. There's several other people with these documents. Any of these guys would say this is
what if I could get it done for you, John? Would you do it?
Wait, why for me? Why wouldn't anybody else do it?
People like your method of presentation. Listen, I'll do it. But people enjoy you. You've got the show The Dirt.
Yeah.
And I think out of everybody that's being attacked, it's me.
I mean, the biggest things that came out of this were Kelsey hates Ethan and everybody that he pretends that he doesn't hate, I guess. And so Kelsey and Patrick, that's basically it. And Mr. Biggins are out of the cool group, I guess.
Me, Shane, and you.
Yeah.
So,
I would throw Mandy in on that.
Yep.
Mandy too. Mandy too. My God, Jesus.
Let's get to the name list. 143. As Ethan goes through this, we can try to decipher what the heck's going on.
There are some people who are participating in this who were just treating it like it was a business room to talk business. For example, Graham Nolan is on the list, and he didn't say anything wrong, but he's in there. And every now and then he'd go, "What do you?"
Somebody just mentioned Narwhal, Shinto Ketchup, who I have collaborated with on a book before as an artiste that I am. and I did some art for him. What was Narwhal's part in all this? I didn't even understand that. Is he on the I hate everybody on the other side? Like, what's going on with Narwhal?
What are you guys talking about? But he never
would try to reel it
participated.
back in. He would try to reel it.
Right. So that's the whole thing. Like, there's that reason not to dump it. Also, because of course, the leaker's name would be lit up. Everybody would know who that is, and we want to protect our whistleblowers. We do.
Somebody just said. Elisa says Narwhal only spoke against Shane. Narwhal was a big disappointment. Well, Narwhal can talk against Shane. Maybe he doesn't like Shane. I don't know. I didn't see any of it, so I have no idea what's going on.
So I'm going to just go through this list.
Narwhal hates
Especially
Shane.
when they're in the new room.
That's okay.
Yeah.
They're in the new
Let him
room
hate
too.
Shane. Who cares?
So I'm going to go through the list, and I will clear people. Okay. So when I do this, guys, I just, by the way, just because I don't.
Well, Shane can be a bit of an asshole. There's that. So maybe Shane was an asshole to Narwhal. That's possible. I doubt he screwed him over in any monetary type of fashion, though.
When I say clear, I mean you've got to believe me. Okay. When I clear them, they're innocent. They didn't do anything
to the
wrong.
best of our knowledge. I mean,
To the best of our knowledge.
we only go back so
Who
far. in
doxes?
the release.
I'm
With
sorry.
the-
Cristobal Stankley, a renowned member of Comicsgate, has claimed he doxes. Who doxes? Who doxes? I need to know that. Doxing's not cool. Doxing should be shunned. I don't know who doxed, but fuck anybody who's doxing. Narwhal called Shane a saggy-faced. Okay, that's still nothing. That's a nothing burger. Narwhal didn't like the J jokes from Shane. Well, then Narwhal can go be butthurt about that. He can go dig a tunnel and cry in the tunnel. I like Narwhal. Shane did nothing. Okay. Chris is a doxer. Who's Chris? Cristobal? Stop doxing people. Don't do it in my chat. Well, whatever. Whoever's doxing people, cut it out. And it just sounds like a petty thing between Shane and Narwhal. Like nothing that bad.
Back
With the
to
name-
Tampa.
Well, that's
Personality
true.
clash.
But I think Tampa's when they got angry.
I don't know.
Here we go.
Sure.
Patrick Thomas Parnell.
Guilty.
Matt Yackey at one point said, "Boy, I'm glad I'm an IRS agent and not participating in all this."
Oh,
Is that right? Yeah, more or less innocent. Irene Strakowski.
Irene's innocent, by the way, from what I understand. Narwhal was overstreamed by Shane purposefully on more than one occasion. Oh, boo, fucking who? Stop this. Stop that. No. People can stream when they want to stream. There's no stepping on toes. And if you get butthurt about it, it's because you're just butthurt and you're insecure and you're worried about your channel. Oh, he's stealing my viewers. No, if they want to be your viewers, they're watching your stream, period. Doesn't matter who else is streaming. So boo-hoo. Narwhal can get over that. So again, whatever's going on between Narwhal and Shane just sounds like petty. Like they just don't get along. And that's fine. People don't always get along. At least it was nothing nefarious. And I still don't mind either of them. I think they're okay.
Who is
It sounds like
Irene Strakowski's role in this
Good
was
stuff.
to say, guys, let's just please be the bigger people.
imagine being a YouTuber and you just start up a stream like I did. And because I have a bigger channel, I am purposefully stepping on somebody else who I didn't realize was streaming. Shut the fuck up and grow up.
When hearing about, how much everybody hates us.
That's
So you
silly.
decide what
That's
that is.
nothing.
That's about it.
That's not
Andy Smith, innocent.
that's not a real beef. In my
Eric July, offering people jobs in there as they run us down. The splintering.
Everybody's like throwing portfolios at him.
Yeah, yeah.
I know a guy. He's like, send them all to me. Send
Yeah.
them all to me.
I like Narwhal streams. He's eclectic. He's strange. He's different. He tries different things. He tried AI art, which is the art I gave him that I made. We made it together. We created it together. We would do FaceTimes or whatever you call it and like create the background art for this whole book he did. It was really cool. I like Narwhal, but you can't get butthurt over YouTubers streaming at the same time as you. You simply can't. It's just silly.
And what I thought about was great about that. I was like, Eric July is going to get all these people sending in portfolios and portfolios of their friends, and when their friends don't get picked, get
Sorry,
ready,
Peter.
Eric. Get ready.
I did it.
These are the same bitter people.
Just know that if you're streaming and then I start a stream, I did it on purpose to spite you.
That we're dealing with right now. So let them be your bitter people in 2 years, maybe 3, Eric. But you've already opened the door to chaos.
I didn't see anything bad from Rini, to be fair.
I only saw that one thing where like everybody was flipping the fuck out towards the end of the room, and she said, "Guys,
Yeah, Narwhal is a savant for sure.
let's just please be the bigger people here. We don't have to react to all this." So,
yeah, but hey, let me say something though. Let me say something. Hold on, before saying something, let me say something. But what she didn't do was she didn't say, "Guys, nobody attacked me." She never put the brakes on
That's
it.
true.
Nobody attacked me, guys. What are you talking about? Attacked, abused? I wasn't attacked or abused. No. So either
That's true. Rini could have said, "Hey, I wasn't attacked. Not let's be the bigger person about the fact that I was attacked." But whatever. I think Rini. It sounds like she's very diplomatic in all of this. She's fine. She didn't do anything.
either she's
From what I can tell. Again, we're just getting this all filtered to us through John Malin, and there's a lot of nothing burger. Other than we found out Kelsey. That's the biggest like hurtful thing. I now I get why Anna was crying because of the things that Kelsey was saying in all of these. I guess John probably showed her those things privately. Like Anna probably got to read through them and stuff because they know each other that well. And yeah, I bet it did hurt to find out that's the reason Kelsey wasn't showing up on the Jack show all of these years for about 90% of the shows is because he didn't want to be there. He didn't like the people involved and he hates the whole situation.
Or she's failed to address it.
It's okay. It is what it is.
Rini, you know.
Either way, she's not getting this business.
If you were abused or attacked, please go on the record and state that you believe you were abused or attacked by her.
Irene's fine. She didn't do anything.
Okay.
okay, here we go.
But hang on.
Sorry.
This is like this is why I think this is a bad idea. Like so like
Exactly.
she was the one CG'er that
Now
was
it
like,
hurts more knowing every time Kelsey didn't show up is because he hated it. That's so sad. We're like, oh, Kelsey's just a recluse. He's an oddball. He's a great artist, by the way. He's just off in the swamp being mysterious, and he shows up once in a while. And that's Kelsey. No, he fucking didn't want to be there because he hated talking to all the people that were on the panel with him. It's sad.
like, yeah, too bad we can't see the video, but yeah, that's fucked up.
It's
like,
sad because Kelsey's
that
beloved. In
creators are
Comicsgate.
attacking young creators. Like
Very beloved.
That was on my stream though, right? The one that got taken down. I think that was my stream. And my streams are dual streamed on a Twitter, as everybody here knows right now in the chat. I'm dual streaming on Twitter. So when YouTube takes down my thing because of I don't know if it's
Whatever stream Malin had that people are saying he took down is available on Twitter for anybody who's trying to find it. Go back in history and it's on Malin's Twitter because he streamed it at the same time and he didn't delete it off of Twitter. YouTube took it down because of a Michael Jackson song. Might as well say, yeah. I don't know if you're talking to me or just in general. I don't know. I'm not on a side. Definitely not on Patrick's side, that's for sure. I'm just dissecting all this. I'm not on it. Just whatever. We're just looking at it, and I don't think the evidence presented is that compelling.
Michael Jackson, what? It's still there on Twitter. So I never even went back to check.
I do believe there is compelling evidence and that John is too lazy to sort through it and present it properly like Ethan suggested.
Because like my video is still on Twitter. No one's ever taken down. I've never taken down my Twitter copy of the video. It's still there. It's never been hidden.
No problem.
YouTube took it down probably because Michael Jackson shit. But the Twitter video is still there. It's always been there. You just got to click on it. It's right on my timeline.
I'm saying it still should have been like a thing like, did that get said? Instead, it's
I'm muted. Sorry. Yeah. So John Durham says Brittany Venti on the Jack show was the last straw for Kelsey. Yeah. Ugh. I love Anna, but I can't put up with the people that she hangs out with. Aside from Cecil, some of these people that Anna imposes upon us it's unbearable. It's just too much. It's too much.
It's like, no, that's fucked up that they're attacking young creators. Like, okay, whatever.
Brittany
Let
and
me
Angie
just
is
read this,
still.
guys. I appreciate
It's
your
not
commentary, but
pink,
you're
Jabba. It's red.
Stay
you're
muted.
driving
Shut
everybody
up,
nuts
Bob.
in the chat.
Shut
They
up,
really
Bob.
want to hear this. It'd be great to get through it. So
All
let
right,
me
I'm
just
gonna
read
go
this.
reboot.
Okay. Here we go. Let me see. The
Blanca is a-
Splintering,
I like
innocent.
Blanca.
Billy Tucci, innocent. Michael Bancroft, not only innocent, reached out to us
Here's come the
because he
names.
knew he was in that room and said, listen, I got roped in. This isn't how I feel. Eric Huffles, innocent. Biggins, Art
Definitely not innocent. I'm gonna take another break while Ethan reads the list.
Bear, innocent. Dan Fraggett, innocent. Whitney Parnell, Vaughn Coleman, Graham Nolan, innocent. Nicholas Gear, I don't know who he is. David Williams, innocent. Phil Diaz, innocent. Did I ever see Phil say anything?
I didn't see anything bad from Phil.
I haven't read the whole thing again.
Kelsey Shannon, among the worst. Camel Moon, Chad Townsend, Cato Collection Reviews. I don't know who that is. Well-read user, always guilty, no matter what. No, he was innocent. Narwhal, Joe Ball. I think he had a couple of comments, mostly innocent. Nick Patera, innocent, sat there and talked about his work. Ghost House, I don't know who that is. Laser Pants, I don't know who that is. And I just missed the last guy there. Hold on a second here. Let me just check. There's one more name. But I think that's most of them.
The camel one pissed me off, man. I'm not gonna lie.
I know. David Williams.
Camel Moon pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie. Ethan says, I know. What the fuck did Camel say? I combed through this fairly, not thoroughly. I got timestamps, but I didn't ever find out the fuck did Camel Moon say that we need to be mad at him about. And the upset chokeout, who was my co-host on the Camel Moon show for a year, the Camel Nights. We both got fired from there, me and Chokeout, because we're too cool, too honest. I'm just kidding. Me and Chokeout would talk too much with each other, and we would go off track and try to have fun, and that's not allowed. But not allowed on the Camel Night show. But I had fun while I was on there. I did. But me and Chokeout were just too much for him. We were too much. So I don't know what Camel Moon did. I don't know if that is ever revealed in this stream, but it seems like he did something that we don't know yet. So whatever. I'm gonna reserve judgment on that. And who cares? Who cares?
Innocent. Phil Diaz.
Who cares about any of it?
Kelsey Shannon, Camel, Chad Townsend, Narwhal. Narwhal was the one. Narwhal did participate. Let me see. Is that it? Patera, Ghost House, Patriot Prime Reviews. I don't even know who that is. So, yeah, there are a bunch of people there that I don't know. They must be Pat.
I get we're supposed to be mad at these people. I'm not going to get mad at a list of names with nobody telling me why I got to be mad at them. Sorry. I need to know more. If you're too lazy to sort through it and why data processing is a problem, then shut up.
Patrick's friends.
No,
So,
I think that's the toy reviewer, the one you just named. Maybe. No.
all right.
I
So
would
that
autistically comb through that for them. I'm an autist. I'd have so much fun. I would blank out anybody's name who's like the leaker's name. You just mass crop it, assuming they're all the same aspect ratio in the same, who knows, it could be a whole mess. But even then, like I said, you could use OCR, which is whatever it recognizes the text from an image and turns it into a text file. You can start, there are things you could do. I'll just go through it page by page myself and type it. Jesus Christ. I'll sign a contract.
that's the name of those.
I'll
That's
sign
the
an NDA
list. Okay.
as far as the leaker goes.
It's not a whole lot of people. I think most of you know, like you already knew who was who in there. And there were some people who were particularly bad. There are other people who were just kind of like, this is the environment of the room. And so, whatever. Some people were completely.
Mind you, anybody can get added to this room that is being discussed that's been leaked. Anybody. Some people popped in and were like, what the fuck's going on? No. And other people were probably quiet the whole time. I'm added to a lot of DM groups I have no business being in. It just happens.
completely innocent. Like Graham Nolan was in there, like, what? What's going on? What is this? What's going on? What?
Danger.
Like that. And it was weird. What about Chad Townsend? Did anybody notice anything from Chad Townsend? Because I think I did.
Yeah, it seemed I saw a couple of things because his name would pop up. I didn't again read it all, but like it seemed like he was kind of.
I have no idea, Al
pro.
Bundy.
I mean, that's part of the thing. Is like, are you talking about people directly saying something, or are you talking about during the agreement?
They almost all of them said
I have 223 people watching me right now. That is the most I've ever had. Hello, everybody. Thank
something,
you.
but
Thanks for tuning in.
I'm just saying the room was also for work, and so people would just say bland work-related things, and they're innocent. Okay, I'm talking about people who got involved with the idea of Ethan, John, Shane, Mandy. We need to fuck them up. Those people are the names that I did not say anything about afterwards, and those that were kind of on the edge, I kind of described what I saw. There might be more.
So confused. Where did he describe this at? I'm so confused. Who do I need to be mad at?
But obviously, the whole thing was spearheaded by Biggins and
Love you, Elisa.
PT Pusher. So yeah, I know Fragga. Dan Fragga didn't say a fucking word in there. He didn't open his mouth, which I didn't notice anything from Dan Fragga. I was grateful for that too.
I missed you guys too. I love Comicsgate.
Why does Mandy generate so much hate? Well, Mandy had a little career before this where it was kind of like OnlyFans a little bit. Everybody exposed her for that.
Who cares?
Right. And people use that against her to insinuate that she's a swami and she's got control over somebody like Dale Keown, which people are jealous of.
That's their business. Dale Keown likes Mandy, and they have a cute little thing going on. Whatever it is, who cares?
So
And
I
to
think
be
that's what it
honest,
is.
I don't know if that's true. Like it might be true, it might not. I'm actually gonna lean into it's not true, and there's a lot of
Struggle
deepfakes.
season or struggle sex?
You think those are deep fakes?
Well, I've seen deep fakes of Anna.
Yeah, I have too. All of them.
So
So there's deep fake pornography of Anna out there. I know how to make that stuff. It wasn't me. I swear to God.
I'm just saying, like,
I didn't do
I'm
it.
not.
They're great. I don't know. That's all I know.
I made a deep fake of Choke. It wasn't that kind of deep fake, you guys.
No, I just think that's what it is. But like, I did have some people. What's his name? Patrick approached me and told me that I needed to cancel her because he thought.
Curious, Angela, why do you think this is BS? I need more details. What is the overall consensus going on here? Did they not show enough? Are they being too vague? It is clear Patrick doesn't want to be a part of this. It's clear Biggins is pulling some strings as always behind the scenes, but he was never a big part of Comicsgate. I mean, not really. He's always just trying to take people away and do better things. Whatever. That's his MO. Patrick, okay, bye Patrick. Who cares? Bye Patrick's wife. Wah. Narwhal thinks Shane's a dick. Okay. What else do we find out from all this? I don't get what the biggest deal is about this. And I need to know what Camel Moon did. Who did he? What did he do? What did he do? Somebody figure it out.
But she was he thought she was doing some real peculiar things that
And Kelsey wants no part of this, which we kind of guessed since he never showed up ever anywhere. So
I know she wasn't doing so. Maybe Human says, "Ew, EBS saw all of Anna's deep fakes." Yeah, I showed them to her. There's like a video, like 2 videos. The second one's great, man. Somebody actually like scanned.
That's the fun stuff. Ethan showing Anna deep fake porn of herself.
All of her face, like all of her face forever, and then put it over, triple X rated pornography.
I'm sorry, Angela has sent me an arrow pointing upwards, and it says, "Until Dale Keown, Ethan used to say shit about Mandy. Well, because her books looked like shit before, and now they're better. Maybe that's what it was. I don't think it was shit about Mandy, was it? It was just shit about her artwork. It's not even her art. She's like the writer, and she had some smaller artists working on her books. They didn't look that great, and they've gotten better and better. Like it's a classic improving as you get better. And I think Ethan was honest about the artwork. Is that what you mean? Patrick T says, they might be worried about legal issues. Oh, okay. Thank you for the $1.99 super chat. I don't know. Interesting. I don't even know. What's the legal issue here? Patrick, Kelsey, and Biggins are gone. They don't want to be a part of it. Okay, bye. And then Narwhal thinks Shane is a dick. Okay. I'm trying to just get the bullet points.
It looks just like her choke out. It's something else. So I said, Anna, you should be alerted to this. And and she watched it on a live stream, and you could just see her face like. I mean,
Ethan just didn't want to promote weird looking books. And Mandy's books have gotten a lot better now, and she's kept at it. She didn't let anything get her down, and she kept at it. She's a great comic book creator. She doesn't do the art herself. Like I said, she hires other artists. But the more money you make in a campaign, the higher end artist you can afford. Not everybody's a fantastic artist right off the bat either. So the artists are also improving as they, accelerate in their careers. So you just do what you can when you can. And she just kept at it. And Mandy is a really hard worker and a really good comic skater. So props to her.
That's the problem with deep fakes is that, we're on camera so much that like you've got our faces in every conceivable. I think that's how deep fakes work. You've got, Matt Fowler was in there, but he wasn't on the list because he got kicked off Twitter. Matt Fowler was in there, but he wasn't on the list because I believe what happens if you lose your Twitter account, your name.
I don't think it was a failed coup of CG. It's just some butthurt creators being butthurt. I'm still unclear exactly what the revelation was that revealing. But I guess it is revealing to them because these are people, now they get to see the words that are being spoken about them. These are their supposed friends, people they've helped make money, thousands and thousands of dollars. They've helped make these people money, and they're back there just talking shit about them. That's got to hurt. I get that does hurt. But to us out here, it's like, okay.
Name gets dropped off because I'm in there arguing with him at one point, and all his messages are gone.
Sorry.
So that's true. Matthew Fowler was in there causing all kinds of trouble.
Sorry, Wolverine.
Wet behavior.
Yeah.
The one where Kelsey says we can burn in hell.
Yeah.
But burn in hell.
I don't know what I did to him, man. I reached out to him. This is how naive I am. I'm just like, no, Kelsey and I are good. I just got done giving him work and everything and publishing it as a Cyberfrog Rec Planet deleted scenes. And I'm just like, I plan on giving him more work as soon as I can. And it's like,
and at one point someone is like, oh yeah, well, Dale needed money. Oh yeah, this was in Ethan's stream last night. They're like, when Dale needed money, what did you do for him? He's like, oh, well, I got him $30,000 because I bought cover art from him and then sold something on eBay, whatever he did. And Dale ended up with $30K. That's how you treat an artist properly, unlike Yellow Flash, who just thinks it's better not to pay your artist until the book is all the way done and already sold, which is just so stupid. Oh, Jay Bama fan. Hey, buddy. Long time no talk. I'll send you what I have later. Cool. Thank you. I'd love to understand this a little bit more. I'm sure there's something in there they're either not saying or they haven't put it together in a presentable way yet. But we can't just assume that and just be like, okay, we get it, because we don't get it. We only get what we're shown.
He sent me these emails that were just
Thank you for the $2, Jay Bama fan.
I'm like, what are you talking about? What did I do to you? It's the same thing. I talked to these, Yellow Flash, the same thing. Somebody flipped the light switch. And that's how I think, that's why I think there are people who have a line, man. They have rhetoric that reprogram our friends, because I didn't do anything to Yellow Flash. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, Kelsey can't cry that the Jack Show didn't promote him when he doesn't show up. He's a great artist and everything, but actions speak louder than words when you're just not showing up. Cecil took 3 years to deliver a comic book and still showed up all the time. Like, the nerve, right? But still, he showed up. And he had to show up.
To him, I've been nothing but respectful to him. I go on his show whenever I can, and overnight. And not only is it just I don't like Ethan very much anymore. I just decided I don't like him. I don't think he's seen. I'm sleeping, and he is texting 20 texts a minute, negative, running my name through the dirt, fucking scorched earth. I'm like, what did I do to you, dude? So I just feel like
Sorry, Chokeout's cute. Chokeout.
So I just feel like there's something like that. Like Kelsey, like what did I do to Kelsey? Is it just that I associate with John? Is it that I make jokes and I laugh at John's jokes?
I don't know. Like I really don't know. I had a conversation with him today, and he again reiterates, "Well, I pulled you."
Chokeout. When's the next time you're coming to the United States of America?
Who Ethan aside and talk.
I'm done with Cecil. I'm done.
And I'm like, I don't remember you pulling me aside and talking to me about anything really that had to do with like ultimatums or like this needs to change and stuff. Like I remember him just talking, and maybe like, you know, sometimes what people think they're saying and what's heard are two different things. I'm not trying to make an excuse or anything, but like he said that, and I saw him say that.
More information from the chat coming in through the wire. Cecil was going through we do understand that. Yeah. And Cecil, and all that was explained to us later on down the road. Who knew that Cecil was married and getting through a divorce? It all makes total sense. And we understand that. That's excusable. Kelsey just didn't want to be around because he didn't want to be around. And even through all of that, Cecil showed his face every fucking week, day, everywhere. And he entertained us. He kept us entertained. Props to Cecil for not hiding and blessing us with his glorious presence. I'm not talking about love, baby. Carbon. You know, I'm not trying to fall in love with Chokeout. I'm just saying, if he's in the United States, that's where I am.
So in the room, and I'm very confused with the Kelsey.
I'm talking about love.
If I had to guess, like I think there's a lot of Patrick bullshit that got in his head. But I'm not making an excuse for it. But I mean, I think that's a lot of everybody in the room. Like, I think a lot of Patrick's bullshit got in people's head. I used to hear Patrick go off on shit.
Yeah, he didn't update his backers for a long time, but he still got away with all of it because he's charming and funny. He got away with that whole shit. If you think about it, it's fucking crazy what Cecil got away with, but it all makes sense in the end. And he does mean well. He meant well, and he did deliver eventually.
And I would say, dude, just shut the fuck up and draw your book. Like,
Cecil's
I
funny.
mean, but
Cecil's
Patrick
great.
is like, was and is
He meant well.
kind of like that. Like, so I don't know how. I mean, I'll just put somebody in their place and be like, you probably just need to.
Cecil's handsome,
and that's the end of that. You know, like you. Why aren't you focused on getting your book done? Why aren't you focused on this? You know, why are you upset about Gabe Al-Taib's book? You know, and I'll be honest. To add to this,
like I said, you probably saw today, Cristobal. You said Cristobal says, I'm hoping Kelsey comes back. He was streaming earlier today with Mike Barron, just a normal stream talking about normal stuff, you know, the stuff they're working on and stuff like that. So totally ignoring all drama.
I think like the whole Gabe.
So he's around. He's just not.
What's a big W for Patrick, and I think
involved like that.
It gave him the type of courage to go after everything.
Yeah.
You thought the Gabe was a W?
We all loved
Patrick
Kelsey.
Patrick's head and Patrick's head.
Kelsey was beloved. Who knew a man of that age could even have these kind of like high school girl emotions about people? Burn in hell. Blah, blah. Excuse me? Does he have a wife? I mean, not that matters, but it's like, dude, grow up or you're going to die alone. Find somebody. Be happy. Don't say, I mean, come on, Kelsey, you're too old to be talking about that. Talking about people who helped you make tens of thousands of dollars, talking to them like that. Tell them to burn in hell. I mean, grow up. Grow up, Kelsey, unless he was drunk. But, you know, whatever. Like, we don't know that. Kelsey is acting very shockingly immature, seeing as how he's the eldest of all of these people that are involved.
Because why? Like, how did Patrick win that?
He got kind of ran out.
He's like 67.
Or he dipped out.
67 years old.
Meltdown in
Interesting.
And Patrick's head, he initiated that, because there's even places where like you'll see people in his chat say, "Oh, he sniffed out
Kelsey
Gabe.
is 67 years old.
Out Gabe, and he's pointing his finger at this guy. Then he's the fucking truffle pig." You know, Patrick says, and I think in his weird
truffle pig,
in his weird way.
Cecil's not 69. He's like 57. It's different.
Patrick thought
Shane, you are so smart, dude.
Yeah.
And I think when he approached me about Mandy, I think that was after the Gabe incident.
No, it was.
It definitely was, right? So
Right.
he got Gabe out of here. So
somebody else out of here.
let's get Mandy out of here too.
Wow, terrible. Cheers. $50.
Now, why would they want Mandy out of here? Like, Mandy is like such an innocent player in all of this. She just keeps her nose down and works hard. Props to Mandy. She's awesome.
That just went by. I'm going to drink to that because if there's any more, I'm going to have to do it.
Because you're a drug addict. I'm just kidding. Oh, yeah. I missed something. EVS. Oh, yeah, because I skipped ahead to the lists. There was some stuff backwards because EVS made a cute puppy analogy. I want to go back to that. Anything that's cute, I got to timestamp it. Let's see. Cute puppies. Let's see around here. He explains how if you're in Comicsgate, they're going to kind of bust your balls when you get in there. If you're a creator, they invite you on a stream. You create indie comic books, they're going to bust your balls to test you out a little bit just to see how it goes and if you can hang, or if you're not, okay, bye. Or no, they're not going to kick you out, but if you can't handle it, you're gonna turn into what's that guy who got the dildo up his butt that I exposed? What is his name? I don't remember. Well, I can't even remember his name anymore. There's a P. What's the guy who I exposed? He got a dildo up his butt from his wife and he sucked the shit off the dildo. What was his name? Somebody want to tell me? Sorry for the vulgarity, but that's what happened. Preston Poulter. So if you're a Preston Poulter, you're just going to be butthurt and turn against EVS. And try to steal the Comicsgate copyright and all this kind of stuff. This is what he goes into. Let's take a listen.
I'm just kind of like, fuck it. Like I don't know. I'm not mad. I'm just kind of disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm mad, man. I want to smack some people. You know, the thing is, like, the opportunities that we give these guys, they forget. Everybody gets comfortable, and they kind of forget.
Hold on.
You know what it is, like where they came from and where they are now. Not too long ago, a lot of these people had books in their head, dreams. They'd go to conventions and they'd sit in Artist Alley, and nobody gave a shit, and nobody around them helped them. Nobody cared. And that was it. And then along came Comicsgate. They joined Comicsgate, and they were very excited about the community. The community embraced them, loved them. But you know, and we're very clear about how we are. If you want to be on our show is rough and tumble. We're like puppies that don't know how dangerous and how sharp our teeth are. You know what I'm talking about? You ever played with a bunch of puppies and they don't know how sharp their teeth are? Their claws, and they're like, and they're just playing with you. But you're like, ow, ow, ow. And you know, if you have very thin skin, you're gonna go, ow, 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 the puppy's hurting me. But we're just playing with you. We love you. You know what I mean?
Now, isn't that so cute? We're just playing with you. We love you. And that is the truth. And it's so sweet. That is exactly the innocence of it. And some people just so like bitchy in the mind that they think like high school girls. Oh, he's in me. And then you got Biggins who's got stature and money and blah, blah, blah. They really think you're a piece of shit. They really think that. It's like, okay. And then the weaker minded people will be like, oh, well, fuck Ethan then. You're lucky to have him on there breaking your balls.
Having a good time.
Just want to know what your blood tastes like.
Yeah, this totally sounds gay, but I miss new puppy smell. You know how
oh yeah, their tummies, their little warm tummies, they stink. Yeah.
They should make man candles that smell like puppy.
Shane, why don't you get on camera while you're here?
Cam up, pal.
I
think it's so cute when a puppy hurts you if you're playing. Puppies are just so cute. How can you get mad at a puppy? Patrick Thomas Parnell is mad at a cute puppy right now. What does that say about him?
have to set my camera up. Hang on.
Why is everything? You know what I'm talking about, John?
I'm over here.
2,192 people watching Shane Davison. You can't even show your face. You can't even market yourself to 2,192 people. What the hell is wrong with you?
I have a black eye. Yandy got mad.
Good. You're about to get another one.
Puppy being very mean right there. I was actually talking, but I was muted. Yeah, so yeah, hold on.
Did you
That's
say you
a
have
threat.
a black guy? You have
That's
a
a
black
threat.
guy?
Black guy. Black
Oh,
guy.
Sorry, a black guy. I love Shane. He's a not a black guy, a black eye. I know this is stupid. I'm sorry.
But and we're very clear about how we are. If you want to be on our show's rough and tumble. We're like puppies that don't know how dangerous and how sharp our teeth are. You know what I'm talking about? You ever play with a bunch of puppies and they don't?
Kittens are mean. Kittens are way mean sometimes. They can, especially if they're feral, but never mind that. But kittens are fucking mean.
Know how sharp their teeth are, their claws, and they're like, and they're just playing with you. But you're like, ow, ow, ow. And if you have very thin skin,
kittens know exactly what they're doing, and they wish they could murder you.
And you're gonna go, ow, 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 the puppy's hurting me. But we're just playing with you. We love you. You know what I mean? We're having a good time.
This
Just want to know what your blood tastes like.
Yeah, this totally sounds gay, but I miss new puppy smell. You know how puppy,
Oh yeah, their tummies, their little warm tummies, they stink. Yeah.
They should make man candles that smell like puppy.
Ew.
Shane, why don't you get on camera while you're here?
Cam up, pal.
I have to set my camera up. Hang on.
You're about to break balls right now, as you will witness. They proceed to break Shane's balls, who took all the ball busting he was given very well and wove it into gold after he came into Comicsgate.
You know what I'm talking about, John?
I'm over here.
2,192 people watching Shane Davison. You can't even show your face. You can't even market yourself to 2,192 people. What the hell's wrong with you?
I have a black eye. Yanzi got mad.
Good. You're about to get another one.
Did you say you have a black guy?
So Ethan goes, "Oh, you have a black guy?" Yanzi got mad at you, and now there's a black guy. And Shane goes, "No, it's a black guy." It's really funny. Listen.
You have a black guy?
Black eye. Black eye.
Oh, black. I think you said you have a black guy.
Yeah, I have a black
God.
I got one. I got my black friend to come over to help me celebrate MLK Day.
Nice.
Sorry, it's dumb.
Yeah. Chuck Castle Buck99 says Cecil used his senior discount at the castle.
Cecil used his senior discount at the Sex Dungeon Castle that they all went to.
Do they have those?
He also got a discount for being too short.
At the castle.
Can you get into like a dance
and a big dick discount
club with the senior discount? A gay dance club?
I'm thinking no.
Shane? Oh,
I don't think so. I'm not that old, John.
Oh,
and I'm not going to dance club. So how would I know?
What about the gay part?
Yeah, I don't trust men who don't. KSSS says if you can't take the ball busting from your friends, how are you going to take the attacks from your enemy? Exactly. Ball busting from friends is an honor. It's just camaraderie. It's normal. It's always weird to me when guys can't take that and they get butthurt and they turn on that person. It's like, okay, well, you're just going to turn anyway. So you're just like, bye. Who cares? You just had these. You're just being fake all along. Then I don't know. Like if you can't take it, fuck off. How do you have any friends? Or you probably don't have any friends.
Yeah, they probably like old gay guys in a little cheaper.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
And his friends should be able to tell you exactly everything that's wrong with you. They do it all the time on the Jack Show. I mean, we've seen it for years. They have no problem busting balls. Anna takes it amazingly.
Nice.
Yeah. 200 watts studio for 5. Wait, if you're not sharing names, then you'll lose a backer. Travis Perrick for 5. You haven't smoked weed in 4 to 5 months. Silly Billy. What are you, John? Straight edge? Hell no, I'm not straight.
All right, I'll share names.
Freckhoff Felger car, but long time no see. Will every convention now have an optional sex dungeon tour? If you're going with Party Time Patrick, it will.
Names, and I'll go through them, John.
All right.
All right, I'm going to give you guys a list of names. Okay, I'm just going to read them out, and I'm going to tell you.
All right, I think I played the list of names part for you guys already. I just want to go back because that was a cute timestamp I had. The cute puppy analogy about Comicsgate is just a cute puppy trying to play with you, trying to love you. And if you can't take it, then bye. I guess you'll kick us. You'll kick us. And then, off you go. 134 Gabe El Taib has become a snake in the grass, a lot of people were suspicious of him early on, including Patrick. very suspicious of Gabe. He came in seeming very fake, and very too overly right-wing, like he's trying to get on Fox News and be like, just like, I don't know, Ethan's been on Fox News, but you know what I mean? And Gabe came in and rubbed everybody the wrong way somehow. That's all I know. But here's what he's been up to.
I'm not going to say.
Let's not play the guessing game.
But this is,
Well,
I'm just
Aaron
saying,
didn't do anything wrong. He just took a phone call or whatever from Gabe.
so this guy called me up and just let me know. Like, let me explain. Like, Ethan, I love you. You've been good to me. I would never. I want to let you know this is happening. And
Correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, you guys. I was there for all of it. Thank you very much.
it was incredible peer pressure. Incredible peer pressure. And I just said, well, thanks. You know. So that is good. Understand, this is not in anyone's imagination. This is actively happening right now. Yep.
Gabe, what are you doing, Gabe? Do I have books to color? Just color your books, Gabe. Get back to your coloring books. That's too bad.
It's creepy, man.
Yeah, Gabe's working for Eric July, right?
Yeah, he's
Eric
actively
July's
working like he's his colorist. Is he
Yeah.
working?
Real quick, Gabe had that book, Truth, Justice, and American Way. How cringe is that? We may be pro-Trump in Comicsgate, pretty much. You know, whatever. If you're not, that's cool. But Truth, Justice, American Way, it's cringy. It's cringy.
For Eric July?
Oh, yeah.
I
I
don't-
know. I meant his coloring. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he's.
Gabe was saying that Gabe was trying to get people to turn on you.
Yes, demanding, like angry, like, you will listen to me. Shut up for a minute and listen to me, like that to this guy. And he's like, you don't talk to me like
Damn.
that.
You don't talk
And
to
Gabe-
Aaron like that, Gabe.
Anyway, yeah, that is a situation.
Hmm.
So if you caught that, that's Gabe El Taib contacting fellow unnamed Comicsgate creators that Ethan doesn't want to say who told him that, but people in the chat were guessing Aaron Lepresti, because we have a very conservative Christian parts of Comicsgate, and they all kind of do their thing together as well. Gabe contacting some of them and telling them they better turn against Ethan now, because Ethan and Eric July are at odds, because Ethan dare criticize Eric's book, I Saw Him, with a criticizing eye, who best to review a book than Ethan? And he did make enough super chats last night. He needed $2,000 in order to review I Saw Him 2. He made it. So on next Friday, he's going to be reviewing I Saw Him 2. And he's not going to watch anybody else's reviews about it. So that'll be fun. We can all watch that together on Ethan's channel next Friday. He's going to review I Saw Him 2. And he does it with a critical art, like an artist's eye. He knows what he's talking about. And Eric July being one of those people who can't take criticism. And it's like, there's a lot of nuance to all this. I don't want to be on the same side as Vito and fucking Dick Masterson ever. So fuck those guys. But also, Eric can't take criticism. It does look like clip art. That art and his book looks like clip art. Yeah, you can get that out really quick. Your artist won't starve to death. Not to mention Eric July has the capital to go ahead and pay that artist ahead of time for his work, like Yellow Flash should have. Like, everybody should pay your artist if they're turning in work, pay them. It's just crazy. Dick was right though. Okay, whatever. Maybe about this thing. Maybe not about all the, some of the other things Dick's not right about. But yeah, there's nuances to everything. You can't just choose one side or the other, but there are nuances to it. And I get why Eric is in the wrong on all of this. Acting like crowdfunding is a bad thing to do, when that's the bread and butter that pays these starving artists and creators who don't have the capital to make a book up front and then sell it, like Eric July does, when he has a huge audience who will buy whatever he's making. Like I said, it could have been coffee, it could have been magnets, whatever it was. They're going to buy it. They probably don't even know anything about comic books. So whatever, they'll buy it. The artwork looks like shit. I'm not going to say it looks like shit. It's very clean clip art. Very clean clip art. So I'd rather it look like shit hand drawn than be clean clip art. Am I crazy?
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm telling you, we're at war. And there are people who are just like, why can't you stay out of the drama? How do we stay out of this?
Hi,
What do we
Jared.
do? Ignore it?
Yeah. Incredible. What do you
John,
think, Shane?
What?
Ah, fucking Christ.
No, what did you say? You cut out.
What do you think, Shane?
What do we do about this? Do we ignore it or do we fight?
Yeah, I'll take a shitty artist's drawings over retarded digital assets made into a comic book. I'll take AI art over that, honestly. AI art is amazing. So it's a very low effort. It's like McDonald's. So Eric is trying to be McDonald's. Ethan is like a boutique high-end steakhouse, like seafood place. 4 stars and also $4 signs, meaning you can't afford to eat there.
Fight back. Because I'll tell you one thing, I made $25,000 today, John. Fighting back.
$25,000
today. On all my campaigns, super chats. I don't mind fighting back. Financially, it's entertaining as fuck. My campaigns are flying.
Oh, poor Grim Jim 666. It's just weird. He says, it's just weird in a time where we should be banding together and building a force for Iron Age entertainment to push cool entertainment again. Well, we can't always band together. I mean, everybody's different. You got these different minded people. That's the world. Nope, can't band together. People have their own fucking their own hangups, their own jealousies, this, that, and the other. You got people like Ethan and all these people on screen. Chokeout's not included because he's just like a viewer, but you know, these creators that do everything to help out these up and coming artists and stuff, or artists that Ethan's previously known and worked with who got out of the mainstream. They all help. He helps them so fucking much. And some of them still just don't appreciate it and they think they can do better on their own. So they sit and they seethe and they talk shit, but they still need Comicsgate's money. So they don't want to say it out in the open. Fuck you. It's out in the open now. See how much money you make, whatever.
You know, when people say Ethan creates drama to make money, I'm like, no, I don't. I might. I think it works. I think what they're saying is true.
And I think even with all the stuff out in the open, if somebody makes a really good comic book, people will buy it. Whatever. Go ahead and be a hater of Ethan and all these guys and do something on your own, and your work should stand on its own merit.
So I don't mind, dude. Bring it.
Dangerous. Hang on, that's dangerous. You when you do engage drama.
No, 25,000, 2,500 in super chat. Somebody in the
when
chat.
You engage in drama, you want a valid point. You go out here and after you're just creating it, then you lose, a valid point. I believe in meeting aggression with aggression. I think sometimes protecting yourself.
I gotta pause it. I love this point that Shane makes, meeting aggression with aggression, because you think Shane's a meek guy, a quiet guy, whatever. That he's right in the way to handle things. You can't always just be quiet when someone's attacking you. Sometimes you got to meet it where they're coming at you. Otherwise, you get railroaded and fucked over in the long run, and the other person will win just by piling onto you. So I really like this point he's about to make. Let me rewind it a little bit.
They're flying. You know, when people say Ethan creates drama to make money, I'm like, no, I don't. I might. I think it works. I think what they're saying is true. So I don't mind, dude. Bring it.
Dangerous. Hang on, that's dangerous. When you do engage drama.
No, 25,000, 2,500 in super chat. Somebody in the chat.
When you engage in drama, you want a valid point. You go out here and after you're just creating it, then you lose, a valid point. I believe in meeting aggression with aggression. I think sometimes protecting yourself means you have to take an offensive position. I don't know. I think doing nothing sometimes is really bad. Like right now, it looked like Diggins disappeared from Twitter. It looked like I'm blocked. Good. Me and Monty are blocked by PTP and Whitney. I mean, these people shelled up. I've had conversations with Kelsey today. It's like people are reacting to shit being out in the open.
Yeah, these are people who, up until this shit was released and made public, did not have him blocked. Now that it's public, they have him blocked. Okay, because you know what you said in those things. I'm curious as to what conversations Shane had with Kelsey, but I guess we're not privy to that just yet.
And to be honest, if this wasn't out in the open, if this wasn't talked about, it would still be ramping up in that.
It exists. There's nothing we can do about it.
Shane's a good egg. He's a good egg. That's just my opinion.
Exist, it would be
getting worse.
Compiling.
Yeah.
It would be compounding in that room. Like it would just start building.
It'd be ramping up. Yeah, they'd be in there seething. Oh yeah, like, all these smaller creators who think they're slighted somehow by other people having more numbers are streaming over them.
Iron.
Grow up. Just have your own merits. There's plenty of artists in Comicsgate who are small and they do just rest on their own merits and they're great. Can't even name all of them, but like Dillard Draws is a great one. People who don't go in there and talk shit and get mad at people for having more money than them. It's just like, grow up. If you're great, the people will see that and they'll come to you. It's cool. It's all good.
And ramping up. Because I know, John,
Chimera is a really good artist. I'm not an artist. He's not an artist at all. Sorry. He writes the books. Whatever. He's a comic book creator. And he sent me his books, like all of them. They're good. Narwhal also sent me all of his books. He's great.
I went through it, maybe not as thorough as you, but I see an S.
But Narwhal doesn't like Shane. Ooh. I need like a board with wires or like a yarn connecting to see who's mad at who, please. So I know who's mad at who, just for my own knowledge. I like Narwhal and I like Shane though, so that's all good.
In that room.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, these guys, they're feeding into it. They're feeding. I feel like there's a point where it kind of tops. Like once their turn. You know, it's like vampires. Once their turn, so,
if you play artist writer with me, okay. Angela Curry says we should play artist or writer with Sheila. Like a pop. If you pop quiz me, it will be hilarious. And you can get as niche and obscure with the Comicsgate creators that you want to get. I know some of them. I have some of their books. I have Tiger Blue. I have that book. Thank you very much. I have Tiger Blue. I have some of these books. I have a collection. Try me, Angela. I would love to go and I'd love to do a stream where Angela quizzes me on Comicsgate creators, and I won't study at all. Trust me, because it's funnier if I don't. My knowledge is like not that good when it comes to who's a writer or an artist, but I still love Comicsgate.
Escalation or not, it's just like, I don't know. Like, all right, I got it. I got a pretty good picture of who people are now, who think they're Comicsgate or who's kind of floating by Comicsgate and, you know, adjacent. And, it almost seems to be a dirty word in that room. But, like everyone's got a...
Now, Chokeout is either fucked up or it's like 6 a.m. for Chokeout and he's like, I need coffee. Or he's fucked up, hungover from the night before and needs coffee and needs to go to bed, which is sexy.
Like, I'm here for X, Y, and
oops.
Relation or not,
Here
just like, I don't know. Like, all right, I got it. I got a pretty good picture of who people are now. Who
Cecil, a writer,
Comicsgate or who's kind of floating by.
Cecil's artwork has sold for more than a lot of people's artwork has sold for on Comicsgate auction streams. Right? Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I right? I've seen that sell for at least $1,000 a pop when he just doodles his shitty little doodles, which I would love to have a copy of. That's fine art to me. That is, Cecil art is fine art.
By Comicsgate, adjacent, and almost seems to be a dirty word in that room. But like everyone's got like, I'm here for X, Y, and Z reasons, guys.
So let me ask both of you this, Ethan and John, and I think this is a fair question. If this room had never been discovered, if the mole never had leaked this stuff and it continued to go as it was, what was the destination and purpose of what was happening? Like, where was this supposed to lead? And factor in the J Bomba stuff, all that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it's clear that they want war. Like that, from reading, like that's what they wanted, and it's funny because some people are really kind of be like, we got to expose this, guys. We got to expose, and I'm like, expose what? The stuff that everybody sees live on stream every night. John and Shane and these guys like making jokes at people. These are all attacks. These are all attacks, guys.
Oh yeah, let's reframe the jokes as attacks, and then suddenly these are bad guys. Not gonna work. might work in your little group of DM, your little. And the group wasn't called the Dungeoneers DM group. It was called, because that is an offense to Patrick, but it was Patrick's DM group. He called it the Champagne Room, the Champagne Room. So very fancy. Which, you know what happens in champagne rooms? That's at a strip club where you go to get your dick milked.
And we got to, once we tell the fans that these are not jokes, but they are attacks, they will understand these are all attacks. Calling people Dungeoneers.
That's a great point, Don.
Hi, Cider Hype. I miss you. Long time no see. Okay, let's keep playing.
That's actually a point that worries me the most in that, because when they were accusing me of mob threatening Vaughn,
that is what a champagne room is, you guys.
It's a sex room at a strip club. Like the videos.
That is the name of Patrick's DM group.
What must be something.
So what's worse, sex room at a strip club or dungeon? I don't know. They're both,
spicy. Shane must have said whatever. Although somebody played a Michael Jackson videos down. Then somebody comes along and says, "Well, I can't see it. Too bad I can't see it." Like they're trying to throw a blanket on it.
Oh, it's blue.
Like, it's nothing. Blue. Put water on the fire, or whatever.
What the fuck?
And then another CGR is like,
I guess I'm drinking
too bad
something.
I can't see it. But that's messed up if people are attacking up and you creators.
Breaking news! Breaking news! I had no idea that this turned my tongue blue. This is all American red, white, and berry. Breaking news.
And that's like, okay, you guys have a goal here. Doesn't matter what's true or not. There is a goal. There is a whatever you guys have built. It's bullshit. And I don't know, like
246 people watching live right now. Tell me why when I did a morning show every morning with Mike, with the guy, the guy that looks like Cecil that I found, I would have 40 live viewers. What am I doing differently? Is it just because this drama's happening? It's just a drama, right? Okay. I can never figure out the algorithm. It's whatever.
Whatever. Been thinking about that a lot. I don't know. Do I make anything of it? Do I react to it? Not really.
It's not an energy drink. It's a 8% alcohol drink is what that is. Thank you very much.
Really? But it's just like, that is a thing.
Yep.
Tatooine, Mike.
Mike,
I'm sorry. There's a lot of Mikes in the world, isn't there? There's so many. The guy who I had a morning show with on my show, on my channel. The guy who looks like Cecil that I found to be a surrogate Cecil for me in real life. In real life. All right. Moving forward.
Names now. Hold on. Everybody's waiting for the names, John. Do you want to torture the fans, or do we listen? Do I list the names?
Let's torture them just a second because I want to add to that. And
okay,
the person that Shane's talking about, it's clear in the DM groups they were already up for going against us. Like they're already up for it. We didn't know that until this whole thing got leaked. He was already up and being like, why don't we tell? He was the one. Why don't we tell the?
All good and well. So we're still at the same that we're. I don't know what Camel Moon did. I can't wait for those to get dropped. If they ever drop that information, does anybody in chat currently know why Camel Moon is on the naughty list? I'm not surprised if he is, for various reasons, but is he on the naughty list? I hear he's on the naughty list. He is on the naughty list because Chokeout, right here, he said he's disappointed in what he saw that Camel Moon said. Camel Moon being the host of Camel Nights. Me and Chokeout were co-hosts on there for at least a year, every Friday night for 4 hours or so. What did Camel Moon say in these leaked secret documents? This anonymity T2 says they said he just said some bullshit. Was he just? I mean, I can't go off of that. I can't form any type of opinion about Camel Moon's involvement in the Dungeoneer leaks off of anything I've been shown so far, so I'm not going to do that. All right. We can only speculate, I guess. But whatever Chokeout saw really disappointed him in Camel Moon. So maybe I should just DM him and ask him what the fuck happened. Maybe he should DM me. Tiny Baby Sloth says Camel Moon probably just participated in talking trash. Yeah, probably, whatever. I'm not going to go off of any probablys or any perhapses or any maybes. So Camel Moon is just a question mark right now. Douglas Dauntless says Camel Moon talks shit publicly. I'll need those documents on my desk by Monday. Thank you. Documents on my desk. Everybody send me your documents. Whatever documents you have about any of this that you would like me to understand. I won't show them unless you give me permission to. If you can help me form a bigger picture of what's going on here. You guys know me. It's your aliens. You can trust me.
The world.
Let's see here. Meeting aggression with aggression. We did that one. Oh, names list. 153. Kelsey told everybody to burn in hell, according to Choke Out. Let's see. Choke Out. Sorry. I'll shut up.
I mean, that's the problem with deep fakes is that, we're on camera so much that, like, you've got our faces in every conceivable. I think that's how deep fakes work. You've got, Matt Fowler was in there, but he wasn't on the list because he got kicked off Twitter.
Matt Fowler is a...
Matt Fowler was in there, but he wasn't on the list because I believe what happens if you lose your Twitter account, your name gets dropped off of the...
Unless he's sorry for the things he used to say to me, Matt Fowler is a...
Because I'm in there arguing with him at one point, and all his messages are gone. So that's true. Matthew Fowler was in there causing all kinds of trouble.
Wet behavior.
Okay, you guys. How did Patrick T, renowned super chatter from Colorado, living alone in the Colorado plains, the plains of Colorado, Patrick T, who always harasses Anna with $50 super chats, Patrick T, how did he fuck with Camel Moon? Is that what you guys... I'm glad you guys like my new body. It's new and unimproved. Angela loves Fowler. I'm on the fence with Fowler. He just said some mean stuff to me, but so has Chris Stankley, and I forgave Chris Stankley easy, because he said he was sorry, and I was like, okay, cool, all good, we're good. If we're good, we're good. I don't even know Fowler that much. I do have his book, Tiger Blue, and it is a great book. It's very pretty. It's a very pretty book. It's a pretty book, and it has tigers on it. Oh, Texas Mofo says he sent me a clip of Camel versus Patrick T. Cool. I'll have to check all this after the show. I can't go through it right now. There's too much going on. But thank you. I do appreciate you guys all. Send me all the information you have. Chris Stanley was drunk once. Trust me, I know how it is. I've been embarrassingly drunk on many live streams. It is okay. I forgive you. You're awesome. You're my friend. Yeah, he was drunk. He was. It's okay. I don't. It's all good. But Matthew Fowler, on the other hand, just had some like, you're a slut. You're this. I'm like, okay, shit. And that was just in the chat. It wasn't like on voice or anything. It's Matt Fowler. But I have Matt Fowler's book in my collection, and I think it's a great book. And he's a great artist, and I hope he makes more of them. So keep making books. What was I doing? So Camel Moon, or who was it? I'm sorry. Patrick T did what to who? Somebody tell me what Patrick T did to who? Because I like Patrick T. He's a cool chatter. He's a chatter.
Yeah.
The one where Kelsey says we can burn in hell.
Yeah.
But burn in hell.
I don't know what I did to him, man. I reached out to him. This is how naive I am. I'm just like, no, Kelsey and I are good. I just got done giving him work and everything and publishing it as a Cyberfrog Rec Plan.
Did I call Fowler an artist? You guys have to stop. Whatever Fowler does, he makes these books. They have tigers on them. They're very cool. They're blue tigers, and it's beautiful. I have it in my collection. I'm not going to show it right now. It was sent to me by somebody named Chimera. He sent me all kinds of random books. I know I don't have it on hand right now, but it is in the house somewhere. I have these. I'm just not a comic book girl. I'm sorry. Oh God, if you asked me if Matt Fowler was a a writer or an artist before just now, I would have probably said he was an artist, a creator. I'll just go with creator. From now on, everybody is a comic book creator. Nobody's an artist or a writer. You guys, that weird Chimera guy, yeah, he's weird. He's autistic. He is autistic. But he's cool. He sent me a bunch of cool books. So I have a little CG collection happening. And then also Narwhal sent me books, including the one I helped him with. You know, I got my little tiny lame collection going on. Patrick T lives in Colorado. Nobody talk to him. Don't talk to him. He sucks. I'm just kidding. I'll check my inbox later, you guys. What other timestamps do I have? What's going on? What did Kelsey do to make Anna cry? 2 hours and 9 minutes. Let's skip ahead here. It's important. It's important.
Just looked at him. I went, I don't know, Patrick. You know, maybe not. And he pushed me and pushed me and pushed me on it until I think I said, yeah, you're not. This is not the project for you. And I put the project away. You know, I haven't thought about it. Thank you for reminding me. Maybe now I'll do it for Comic Skate Arena. But yeah, like it just wasn't. I'd have to find a guy who could draw.
I'd get that guy that Patrick had do that cover. He did incredible.
Well remembered, by the way, Shane.
Well, I just know it happened, and I was like, and I feel like the whole seeker thing was to try to prove he could do it.
Okay. All right. 200 Watt Studio for 5. What did Kelsey say to make Anna cry? How did they groom Vaughn? What did they say about Mandy? What did Kelsey say to make Anna cry? I don't know. I think it was just, I think it's probably just kind of the overall betrayal and what Kelsey is saying about, you know, her friends more so than her.
I'd say the burn in hell bit got to her a little bit as well.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to look that one up. I don't know if I
He
missed
said
it.
When I say us, I'm not like singling out. He said they can burn in hell.
Yeah,
the Kelsey thing really throws me off because he in that room and even to me acts like he tried to talk to me about things, and I don't know, like, you know how you can talk to somebody about something and maybe what you mean isn't what the person hears. Like I don't.
Kelsey
like,
said, "Hey, fuck you, Ethan." Oh, this was the one that was leaked publicly. Hey, fuck you, Ethan, and fuck all you evil cunts. I hope you burn in hell. That's what Kelsey said.
Yeah, like we're evil cunts because, like,
you know what I mean? That's a bit much.
No, we had all their like private bullshit exposed to us, so we're evil cunts because we found out what they were, the evil shit that they were saying about us.
Yeah,
and yeah, I mean, what is satanic? You know, bullshit. Like, I mean, honestly, that it's like I didn't know Kelsey needed a fucking exorcism. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's a little. I get why he's saying it's satanic because it's like Kelsey really, for a 67-year-old man who's never expressed any of this publicly to the people who he actually hates, who stayed on the panel in the title of the Jack Show. He's the K in the Jack Show for 4 or 5 years, however long it's been. I've been here the whole time. So, like, for him to just be covertly, like, as a 67-year-old man, I mean, we thought you were just a goofy swamp yeti, just being a recluse and, like, you know, eccentric, doing your artwork, popping up, going away again, blah, blah. The whole time you're just seething and mad. It's just weird. It's weird. And then when all this comes out, to tell everyone to burn in hell. How much money has Ethan made you? And it's like, it's not all about money, but it's like, he did that because he knows you're a great artist and you deserve it. Like, all these people that are like trying to take you away from all this, what money are they going to make for you and how are they going to treat you? They're going to turn on you.
Seagram 7, American blended whiskey.
It's like we're England and they're France and one guy from France.
I'm going with the fact, yes, Carbon Heart says 67. I'm going to say Kelsey is, from my approximation, 67 years old. Yeah, Grim Jim 666 says, yeah, we all thought Kelsey was having fun here. We all love Kelsey. / loved, however you feel now. We had no idea he was feeling these ways. And as a man who's the eldest of all of these people involved, he should have said something. I mean, behind the scenes, he should have said something, not publicly. I mean, just like talk to people, talk to Ethan. What is the problem? Ethan like begging you to do work for him that he will pay you for. Everybody wanting you to do work, begging you because you're such a great artist. And what are you mad about? I don't get it. Everybody loves you, thinks you're an amazing artist, wish you would hang out more. They want you to hang out more, and they wish you would do more art. What the fuck is the problem?
It's got their
Find out how Patrick and all these other little weasels treat you. It's not going to be great.
secret plans and smuggled them to England, and then France is like, you guys are evil.
No, I'm going with Kelsey. By my estimations, as a female on this earth, I think Kelsey is 67 years old. That's how old he is. Kelsey is a male with a beard down to here, and he's old, and he's adorable. He's a fucking adorable.
Yeah,
like,
it's like no,
you know, your guys, you're one of your
He ain't
guys gave
51.
it to us. You know, we used to hang out with you, but
No.
you threw us all out of your room.
67.
And now, you know, now
Yeah.
people are sending us your evil fucking plans.
If he's not 67, Kelsey can go ahead and correct me on that.
And we're the, you
How
know,
dare you expose us? Do you know what I mean? Like look, if you hadn't said the shit that you said or done the shit that you've done, then there'd be nothing to fucking expose, would there, you dickhead?
Well, I want to point.
Like I said, correct me on anything I'm wrong about, you guys. Please. I don't want to be incorrect. I've only been here most of the time.
this out, even though it's been said. When they booted John out, you know, Patrick right away was trying to make
Hi,
it out
Patrick
and frame it
T.
like John left the group.
From Colorado.
Yeah.
And that so
I showed
Sorry.
John a picture real quick, Shane. I'm
I didn't mean to dox you, Patrick, but you have made it known that you're in Colorado. Anyway, so.
sorry.
Yeah.
To intercede. I showed John a picture of Whitney and Patrick celebrating with emojis over John leaving.
But
And
that's the type of manipulation that goes on in the room, and that's where I'm like, well, what was the purpose of this room? What was the purpose of what Patrick was trying to do? And it obviously was to manipulate.
Kelsey is not fucking 51. If he's 51, he's younger than fucking Cecil. So shut the fuck up. It's not true. He's 67. Okay, maybe 64. Is he 64? I'll buy that. 60 to 70 is his age group. Kelsey Shannon, his age group, 60 to 70, period. Fight me.
A lot of people against it.
that's
Just
what it was.
That thing with John is point blank exactly.
Who wants to fight about it?
Yeah.
Everything
me.
from there on out. So, you know, let me repeat this over and over again in the room. Hopefully it'll stick. Well, this
well, I think Patrick booted me because he thought I was getting into Dale's ear to ruin the plan. Yeah,
They thought that was you. They did think that was you.
Yeah, I think Patrick thought it was me. So I think he probably booted me out of frustration, but then took it as a benefit of, oh, look, John left. He must be guilty of something. You know what I mean? Some real devious shit. That's
Aha.
why, you know, well,
Aha, he left our shitty DM group that we forced him to be in. He must be nefarious.
what was
Well,
going
yeah,
on there.
because he was trying to make it even look like. So to everybody in the room,
Yeah.
some people
Wait a
actually
second.
maybe, I don't know what they thought, but it could look like somebody in the room. You did fuck it up because you randomly left.
I need this poster on
Right,
my
Or you
ceiling. Hold on.
refused it.
Like I got
I need that poster of Chokeout on my ceiling. Can I get that on my ceiling? Please? Like, just that. Blown all the way up on my ceiling. And I'm good.
something to hide. Yeah.
I like your refusal, Shane, to it. I'm not leaving. You have to get out.
Oh, look at his arm. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
I like all you guys.
Above my bed. Yes, above my bed.
I like all you guys. I don't want you guys to think I hate you.
Oops, sorry. No, you guys
Fuck it up
found out I
because
was
you
watching Red Bar. Oh no.
Did fuck it up because you randomly left
Right.
after you recused.
Like I got something to hide. Yeah.
I like your
Yes, sir.
refusal, Shane, to it. I'm not leaving. You have to get out.
Oh yeah.
I like all you guys.
I like all you guys. I don't want you guys to think I hate you. Like, because I knew it would randomly look like I would leave, and then everybody in there like
Who the fuck?
Shane
Chokeout's
hates all
fine,
of you now.
motherfucker. Fine in a motherfucker.
Mm. Yeah, that's smart of you. Yeah, right.
I'm not going anywhere.
He looks young. Yeah.
People think I know who got in Dale's ear.
Not only that, but he does gear. What they call in the UK gear.
I don't know who. It's an anonymous sock puppet account on Twitter. And they pop up every now and then and say some evil shit.
Sorry,
they seem very much like.
It's always been fine. There was one time. Pause. There was one time on Camel Nights. Yes, I'm simping. I'm gonna say. Nobody said I was on the mark. Well, the market is a fluid thing. I'm just kidding. One time on Camel Nights, somebody asked me, fuck, marry, kill between Chokeout, Bancroft, and Camel Moon. And the way Chokeout was like, Sheila, you know. Yeah. I was like, okay, yeah, obviously. I was like, yeah, fuck Chokeout. He's like, yeah. And then I would marry Camel and kill Bancroft because he's already got a beautiful wife. So anyway, I'll move on.
The Kiwi Farms.
I know.
Because they're called Kiwi Brunch Viewmaster. And so that's the name of their Twitter. Now they're the ones who were they're the one who was talking into Dale's ear. The Kiwi, does that mean they're from Kiwi Farms? Brunch Viewmaster? I puzzled over that name. I really don't know what it means. I don't get it.
There's a few the way they talk in their tweets.
I would kill Bancroft out of respect. I don't know Camel Moon's wife or if she even really exists or if he's in a wheelchair or not. So I said I'd marry him, I guess, whatever. He'd be a pain in the ass to be married to. But I would definitely just kill Bancroft because he already has a beautiful wife. Let him be with his... I'll kill her too so they can just be together. No, but Bancroft is great. Wife, beautiful, beautiful family. And I would definitely Chokeout. Moving on.
You can kind of like, there's that one guy that's been going at me like over the last few days, like defending.
I would wear 3 or 4 rubbers.
They all talk the same way, like SJWs have all got like a certain way of talking. Like they all call dicks teens, and like they all
kill Bancroft. He's got a beautiful family.
And everything's just homosexual, and just like.
Back to the super chat real quick. How did they groom Vaughn?
Yes, Mel is quite the catch for Bancroft. She's amazing. She mows the lawn. I wish I could mow the lawn. That sounds like fun. She's a great wife.
I don't think there was much grooming in there other than because my impression reading these is Vaughn was kind of like, I don't know. He's like, oh, okay, these guys are all attacking us and abusing Rini. These guys are the bad guys. Why don't we go public about it? Many times, Vaughn was actually pro going public. He's like, why are we still sitting back here talking about it?
Imagine being married to Camel Moon. That cackle. I would have to wear earplugs if he's cackling all the time.
Why don't we go public with this and show everybody the truth of what's going on? But again, there was nothing to go public about. Everything we've ever said to Rini is public.
Tatooini says Chokeout had stated he does not use rubbers. You are out of luck. I would need a 18-panel STD check from him then. Then it's on. Like Donkey Kong.
It's all on live streams. Everything we've ever said. Every discussion has been done in front of an audience of hundreds of people. There's no big secret of any of these conversations we've had. Yeah, so I don't know if there was any grooming. I think once they told Vaughn
exactly, I would just end up poisoning Camel Moon and taking the life insurance. Easy.
That these were attacks. I think he said, "Oh, okay." Actually, I think there was one thing in there that actually was almost exactly like that. I'm gonna look up Vaughn stuff, see if I can figure it out. But what did they say about Mandy? They didn't like Mandy because Mandy and Shane didn't have a great time at Tampa. I think it was Kelsey called her a liar, along with myself and Ethan, Shane. So I mean, those are kind of the things.
Anybody know what happened at Tampa where Kelsey called Mandy a liar along with Ethan and John and Shane? I have no idea about this little side drama. It's hard to keep track of all this, especially I've been out of the loop for 7 months. It's a lot, but I don't recall at Tampa. Was Kelsey there physically, or what happened where he called them all a liar? Sheila, KSSS says, Sheila, send Chokeout and Camel Moon the link. Ooh, I'm gonna send Chokeout my link privately. None of your business. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened at Tampa with all that. But Kelsey being the most butthurt like a little bitch out of all this when he's 67 is pretty funny. It's kind of funny.
That are on the top of my head there.
It's humorous.
Well, Kelsey had called me a liar before Tampa. So that's where I start to see this is not exactly being about Tampa. Like, he called me a liar on.
Okay, let's see what other timestamps I have to. What the? I don't even. I wish I could understand my own note taking. Okay, there's one coming up at 2:17:20. EVS said they went hard against them. What did they say? What the fuck does that even mean? Just keep watching.
Paid him for his work on time. All of
that
this.
took these like an hour ago, or like an hour before
Mr.
the show started.
Says, Mr. Dongs knows everything about this shit. He says Brunch Kiwi is an old-time anti-CGer. Smiller hasn't been on the farms for over a year.
Never heard of Brunch Kiwi as an old-time CGer, but okay. This is 2:16. Coming up at 2:17 is my next timestamp. It's a strange note I took. I have no idea what it means. Let's see.
Okay. I'm going to just... Mr. Dongs, do I know who it is? Does he have another name other than Brunch Kiwi Viewmaster? I mean, I don't know. But that's the individual who was whispering into Dale's ear and just kind of saying, like, you know, correctly, as it turns out, that the Parnells
I'm sorry, I'm thirsting over Chokeout. Look at how he built himself to be thirsted after, though. He does it on purpose. He does this on purpose. So that's like a chick with her tits out. Like if I had my, you know how you guys act when I have my tits out? Oh, you guys are thirsting over me. Yeah, because I have my tits out. Chokeout has his tits out. I'm sorry.
We're like sleaze, and we're gonna steal from them. I don't know if you were stealing from them, but the sleazy.
What am I supposed to do?
True.
What am I supposed to do?
So I don't know. But anyway, that's who it is. I don't know who it is.
Chokeout has his tits out. It's not my fault.
I just know that's the account that was doing it. I have no, like, I tell you guys pretty much. Is it Midnight Cherry, David Voles? Oh my God. Why didn't I think of that? I was like I was scanning my brain for other like.
Literally, he knows what he's doing. And he's doing it. Anyway, I'll shut up.
References to fruit. It's Midnight Cherry. Can I get a confirmation on that?
Losers. Just kidding.
421 Spaceman 299. Get to the good stuff already. 200 watt studio for 5. EBS said they went hard against him. What did they say? I mean, they went hard against Ethan, myself, Shane. Yeah, I mean, right back to, I mean, the Kelsey one is, I think, was the worst one, where it just said, you know, we're all liars. We're all lying about everything all the time.
Okay, so that was a super chat. Somebody said, "What did?" Everyone in the super chats are like, "What? Wait, who said what? What's going on?" You know, and like they don't really have solid answers for these questions that people need answers to. Just kind of overall vague statements. What made Anna cry again? Somebody asked at 2:18, even though Chokeout kind of answered that for us when he said it was just because. Well, the biggest thing he said was everybody can burn in hell, which is kind of harsh, but let's see again.
Is more sensitive when anything goes his direction. Caution time, $1.99. That's it. Yep. Comic Crazy Linguica 89 for 2. What made Anna cry from what Kelsey said? Again, I think it's the just a feeling of betrayal. Being nice, 13 for 20.
That is sad because Anna loves Kelsey. She's had that artwork that he made for her as Slave Leia as her avatar for years. And they always had a cute relationship, and he seemed to fawn over her, and I don't even know if that has severed or what's going on with them. It was a very cute situation between the two of them, a very fond thing. At least we all thought it was a fondness, a fond relationship. Very cute. KSS says, Sheila, did you miss the stream where Cecil was on with EVS and Cecil doxed his name? No, I didn't miss that. I saw that. I may have found Cecil's website where he does what he does to make a living, and he's adorable, nerdy, whatever he does with like medical devices and it's cute. Who cares if Cecil doxed his name? He's cute. So what? You guys know my first and last name. Who gives a fuck? Cecil's hot. He's sexy. He's cool. But no, I didn't miss it. I did not miss it. Somebody clipped it and they sent it to me. So I got all that. I got that information sent to me. Thank you. Always send me these informations that I need, people. Everybody. At SheilaAliens on Twitter.com. I will check it all.
$20. No comment. Thank you for that being nice. Appreciate it.
What's my next timestamp here? Kelsey said, burn in hell. Fuck you guys. How dare you find out what I think about you? 2 hours and 20 minutes. It says, oh yeah, in the in the private seething Dungeoneers chat, they're like, oh, but all of us, we're more powerful than those top 4 people in Comicsgate, right? We can ban against him and overthrow this or whatever. And they're like, no, you can't. Somebody in the chat like checked them. Hold on, let me see. 2 hours and 30 minutes. Hope that you guys are enjoying the viewing. Thank you all 200 plus people watching right now. That's the most I've ever had. And it's being consistent. So that's crazy. It must just be the drama. It's the CG drama.
The dog note.
And I'm somewhat knowledgeable on some of this.
I was saying to one of my colleagues yesterday in a group chat, I was like, fucking hell, some of these comics they make our lot like the DJs.
And again, all corrections can be made in the chat room in real time. Nobody be blocked. Nobody, except if you're spamming.
This is I thought them DJs were petty. Fucking, this is something brand new. This is like fucking hell.
Yeah.
Peter Skywalker. Oh, I don't want you to see my searches. Okay, let's go. Hold on.
Well,
I've never seen faggotry like it. I really haven't.
This isn't brand new.
Bob is not watching. He's in the pub. So he's in the UK, confirmed, doxed.
Seen it before in comics, and it usually doesn't end good. That's why I don't like it. It usually ends with people trying to cook up like outrage and then just throw it out to the internet. And then
all right, let me get through some super chats here, guys. Cryptic Comics for $2. Viggins was in Zach's ear. How'd that turn out? Well, I think Zach distanced himself a bit. Comics Exposed for 2. Where's the part that made Anna cry? Again, I think it's the
overall betrayal. Like, oh my god, that's who this person was inside. Like, I thought he was a big teddy bear. Like,
yeah, that's why he wasn't on your show ever, because he fucking hated you. No, I honestly don't know how Kelsey feels about Anna. Maybe he adores Anna. There's nuances to everything, but he didn't want to show up for that show because he did not believe in Comicsgate. He didn't want to be a part of it.
That's kind of what it was for Anna.
You got to remember, Anna's a girl as well.
Very sensitive.
Jags Dino God for 5. Eric Yellflash and these Whisper Weasels are victims of their own envy, not realizing that who others associate isn't their business. Total soy behavior. Wow, great.
Spot on.
Yeah, Marquis Rees for 5. Cause I'm a BCG for life. Hail the king of black entertainment. Oh, all right, great. Thank you.
Hold on here.
Shifty for 2. John hates Ethan.
It's just John, Shane, and Mandy. It's just the 4 of them.
Here we go. This is the part. I'm sorry. I clicked the wrong thing. So this is the part where they talk about how they're like, wait, we can overtake them. Okay, let's go here.
Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy yourselves.
One of the things I didn't like in the room that nobody, I think, John, you pointed out on Twitter, but I don't think you pointed out tonight, there was a conversation about outnumbering.
About what?
And then outnumbering. Like if enough of them came together and complained, and then Kelsey kind of said, no, it wouldn't even matter. We wouldn't win. So I that bothered me in a lot of ways. Like there was like a type of context to it. Like I'm still kind of baffled by like the outnumbered thing. Like I don't know. Like I hate to say, like I don't think everything that's been said is in that room.
Well, from Vaughn's perspective, I don't think Vaughn's really knows what's going on with all this stuff. But from Vaughn's perspective, he's like, oh well, we're 10 disgruntled people, and Ethan, Shane, and John and Mandy are 4 people. We outnumber them. We should be able to overpower them.
That was the best moment.
Yeah.
You didn't even talk about that, did you? So Vaughn Coleman was kind of like, look, guys, once we let people know what's going on, we're a lot of people, and it's just John, Shane, and Mandy. It's just the 4 of them. And we can just tell people what assholes they are, and we'll win. And Kelsey said, I love this. Kelsey goes, a lot of people have tried that. It hasn't worked for any of them. And he's like, are you saying that those people, that little group is more powerful than all of us combined? And Kelsey goes, yep.
Very funny, poignant moment. Even Kelsey's like, yeah, well, they're more powerful. Why? Because they are the top earning creators in Comicsgate. The hardest working creators, I guess you could say, in Comicsgate. The ones who turn out the most productive content, right?
That's true. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Come after us.
Vaughn's like they tried and failed, and Kelsey's like,
And it's
no.
also like the most genuine ones in Comicsgate. Well, maybe not, but it's like they are genuine people. I've been around for long enough. I could say these aren't shady people. Mandy, no. I mean, no. So what? She's got a cute booty and she does whatever she does with other consenting adults in her private DMs. We all do that, don't we? Okay, who cares? She's a hardworking comic book creator is what she is. And she always platforms the littlest creators and helps bring them up. Every week. Even her and Shane do that. And John Malin. They all do that. It's really good. They're great people. These are genuine people. Go ahead and get so I think the credit they have earned through goodwill in Comicsgate is what overpowers any little mutiny that these 10 butthurt people might want to do.
Oh, they tried and died.
That's fucking great, dude.
That bothers me a lot. No, it
Why?
doesn't make me.
I'm sorry to keep pausing it on you guys. This is what it is. It's a live stream. I love interacting with you guys. Kiefer Malkuth says, Sheila Aliens, welcome back. I hope you are well. Thank you. Hope you too. The worst thing is in this Dungeoneer mess was seeing how this hurt Anna. I didn't see that. I didn't see the live stream. That kind of makes me sad. I probably don't want to see it because I'll probably cry because she's a sweet girl. And I hope Kelsey talks to her privately. If I doubt that he meant to include any of this vitriol to include Anna, because Anna's not even a comic book creator. She's not even part of any of that. She is definitely a CG figure on streams, on the Jack Show, all of that. But I doubt Kelsey has these feelings towards Anna. So she probably shouldn't even be crying. But at the same time, she's like, oh, she's probably hurt that he was hiding all of these feelings about when everybody thought everything was fine. Everybody loves Kelsey. Kelsey's amazing. Kelsey's a recluse. Kelsey's so mysterious. Kelsey's into cool conspiracy theories and cryptids. And like at one point, me and Patrick and Kelsey were supposed to have a show about cryptids and paranormal stuff because I love hearing Kelsey talk about UFOs and weird shit and his theories on such. So poor Anna. And sad. I don't want to see her cry. She's a sweet girl. She is just so sweet. She's innocent. So that is sad. Yeah, that would break my heart. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Anna cry.
Okay, right. Well, I mean, obviously, I mean, it's a us versus them narrative. It's not like we're part
that
of
would break my heart. Yeah,
we work together. Or I'm sorry, part of a network, whatever you want to call it, and we work together.
Anna is an absolute sweetheart, and I hope Kelsey tries to make it right with her. If he really didn't mean to, if there's some way he can just talk to her privately, because I don't feel like. But I don't know. I don't feel like Kelsey has anything bad towards Anna. But it still probably hurt her to find out that that's how he felt all this time and he was keeping it to himself and he wasn't letting them know so they could try to make it better.
It's like it's a us versus them thing happening right there. And it's happening right there in front of everybody and nobody's really contesting.
How many times have we been through this, Shane?
This might be my first time I've been through this.
Shane's first time to go through this, but I guess there was a whole thing with Mike Miller and there was a whole another mutiny situation right before I joined Comicsgate where the ultra conservative Mike Miller and Dave Tenapel, the Dirtworm Doug, is it Dirtworm? Earthworm Doug, Earthworm Jim, that guy, that artiste, they broke off and decided Comicsgate is for the birds. Bob Bug with one eyes king is king. It says Jabba has lost 2 wrenches. Wait, no, he doesn't. Let me check. Jabba always has a wrench when he comes to my house. Hold on. Now I gotta click on my own stream. Oh my god. Hold on. I don't want to exclude Jabba from my house. He's allowed. Yep, we're pausing the whole show for Jabba. That's what's happening right now. Pausing it. Oh. Where's Jabba's stupid ass? Hold on. Where is Jabba's stupid ass? No, there's no Jabba in chat, so stop it. If there's a Jabba, there's none. He's fine. He has a wrench.
We've been through this so many times. Me and John have been here since the beginning, and we've been through so many insurrections and attempts to overthrow us, and they just...
Who else needs a wrench? Let me see. I got wrenches. I got... let me check. I'm all looking in Ethan's chat for people to give wrenches. Let me look in my own chat. Hold on. I'm looking in Ethan's. I'm looking over here. Hold on. Which one of you fools? Elisa says Anna tried talking to Kelsey and she said that he was gaslighting her. Well, that's fucked up. Well, fuck. Cut it up as a loss. It is what it is. Move on. People are people, and people suck a lot of the time in life. They suck, and you just have to get on with it. Sark says wrench. I don't know you good enough, but I feel like I've seen you around. I'm gonna impose a wrench upon some of you guys, like Chris Stanley. Add him as a moderator, just a regular one. None of you get to manage my shit. Try again. I'm gonna impose wrenches on some of you, just because it's been like a year since I added any moderators. So whatever. I know you guys know me. I'm Sheila Aliens. Tiny baby sloth added as a moderator. A couple other people. Moving forward, that is sad. If Anna reached out to Kelsey and he was gaslighting her about the whole situation, then Kelsey has a different mind than we thought he did, and he hid it well because we thought he was just a recluse and a strange fellow. But he did have a stream today with Mike Barron where they were just talking regular stuff, so maybe that's the route he needs to go. Maybe somebody got in his ear, as people are doing here in Comicsgate, and maybe he's salvageable. Whatever, who cares? Who cares?
Don't understand that this thing exists because of me and John. So, I mean, until me and John die or go away, it's never going to end. And some other people can leave. Some other people can come and replace them. It really doesn't matter. The whole thing circulates around the two of us. And I think Larry's Comics said Comicsgate is Ethan, John, and about 6 other people that are mainstays. Shane Davis would be included. Mandy would be included. Who else is like Anna, I guess, Cecil. Mm-hmm. And other than that, really, like everybody else kind of comes and goes. They're interchangeable. They'll stay, they'll go. And that's just reality. That's what these people don't understand. It's like it is me and John. We were here from the start. It's also Zach, but Zach doesn't want to do this. But if Zach wanted to be here, Zach would be right into the core of Comicsgate, no problem. And so it's like so frustrating. Like, why? They're fractured. They're falling apart. Anybody who...
Yeah, we're fractured, whatever. It's like comics, everything goes through its ebbs and flows. This is not that surprising of a thing to happen, but the only shitty part is Kelsey, but it's like Kelsey was like an absentee father the whole time anyway. He never came home from getting cigarettes. Hi, Ian Hawk. Ian Hawk is from the Dabbleverse. He's not from this community, but y'all seem fun. It's a fun community. Ian Hawk, there's crossover between the Dabbleverse and Comicsgate. Okay, Comicsgate, everybody in here knows who fucking Chrissy Mayer is, right? Chrissy Mayer, the fantastic comedian. She's the one who started the Dabbleverse because she had Stuttering John on her channel, and she asked him, so you dabble in comedy? And he got so fucking butthurt about it that this whole thing sprung up called the Dabbleverse, where we make fun of Stuttering John for everything that he is a complete lol cow, funny, innocent, cute fun on the internet. If you ever want to check it out, check out Who Are These Podcasts and the Shuli Network, SHULI Network. Check out Bedabbler, Tukey, who's a Muppet, whatever. Oh, check out Nobody Likes Onions. Nobody Likes Onions podcast. That's the best one. Moving on.
who leaves is welcome to go. We'll make fun of you on your way out. You can cry about that. We will make fun of you.
Oh, yeah. Let me see here. There's a train analogy. The CG train metaphor that EVS makes right now. Okay, cool. Let's watch this.
Be replaced, and ask anyone who's left. They sit there on the outside like puppies with their paws and their faces pushed to the window wanting to get back in. I mean, look at Mike S. Miller will not shut up about us. Even Doug TenNapel is talking about me again today. These guys cannot stop thinking about Comicsgate. Anybody who leaves wants back in, and they want back in with hatred.
I think I'm irreplaceable.
The old days are back. The good days. The all or nothing days.
They all talk about that. I mean, they just talk about like how it used to be this way. We go on. I keep saying this is a train, you know. Yellow Flash said it's a train, but Ethan sets you on fire if you try to leave it. What a fucking pussy. No, I mean, if you leave the train while you try to set the train on fire, then we're going to open a howitzer on you. But feel free to step off onto a platform at any time.
And I love that analogy for Comicsgate. It's true. You can gently step off onto a platform whenever you want to get off. If you try to set the train on fire before you get off, they're going to fucking carpet bomb you. It's going to happen. So get ready for that. Or you can just gently leave and go about your way and start your own train company if you want. Who gives a fuck? I love that analogy. But also, my MacBook is down to 10%. Second problem is that Ian Hawk doesn't like the charging noise, and I tuned it out because I'm so used to it going dink, because I have a faulty MacBook charger. So it goes dink, dink, dink. Sorry, guys. I have 10% left on my MacBook right now. I'm sorry. It started at 100%. When Ian Hawk told me to unplug it, he was correct in that, but I did have to unplug it and it started dying. I'm sorry. So we don't have much time, you guys. I'm down to 9%. This thing just cannot hold a fucking charge. But yeah, we're wrapping it up. What did we learn today? Kelsey is a meanie bajini. Kelsey Shannon, not a girl, a guy, a 67-year-old man who's a great artist in Comicsgate. He's a meanie bajini. Patrick Thomas Parnell, Party Time Patrick, a meanie bajini. His wife's just going along with all that. Mr. Biggins, a very big meanie bajini. That's about it. That's what we learned. Okay. Those are the big reveals. Oh, and what do we learn about Chokeout? Yeah. Yes, sir. Look, I made this AI art of him like 2 years ago. He still uses it. That's the one I made for him. Yeah, boy. We learned that I will trade Chokeout in for Cecil. That's what we learned. All right, you guys. Thank you for watching. I got to charge my laptop. Aw. Chris Stanley, thank you for the $10. Good to see you streaming, Sheila. Thank you so much. Good to see you. I'm glad to see everybody. I mean, it's amazing. 257 people watching. That's the most I've ever had, not to mention it sustained like throughout the whole stream. I hope I was fairly knowledgeable on the situation, and all the people involved who I've known for 5 or 6 years on the internet had various involvements with myself in depth. So, as all of you have too. So thank you for your input in the chat. Some boobies, they're there. You know, I was in Comicsgate for like 3 years in the chat, and everybody thought I was a guy. So before I even ever got on camera, I was just in the chat. People are like, yeah, sure, you're a girl. So here I am. I've been around. I've been on camera for at least 2 years now. Yeah, you guys like blonde, Sheila. I'm sorry. Don't tell me that. If you tell me that, I'm gonna go change my hair to blonde. That costs a lot more. It's a lot easier to dye red than go blonde. So don't even mention it. Okay, in the chat, red or blonde? Don't fuck with me like this. I have 8% left on my MacBook, and you just dropped a bomb on me, Angela. You just dropped a bomb. I can't afford to go blonde. Okay, Alpha says red. I dyed it red myself. Okay, it looks good. Just deal with the red for a couple months. Okay, I'll go blonde. I'll save up. And probably says red. It makes you feel better. Okay. Well, some people say blonde. People loved it when I went blonde, and that is my natural color. Don't fuck with me, you guys. Ian says red. Okay. Red is fine. Okay. I will bleach my hair. No, it's going to look like shit. The thing is, then I go and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go blonde. I bleach my hair. It turns yellow. I'm like, fuck. I go to the salon and they're like, your hair is too damaged. You bleached it too much. Fuck off. And I'm like, fuck. So it's red for now, you guys. 2 to 3 months. Maybe I'll go back to blonde when they tell me I can. I have a special shampoo I'm using now that they sold me that costs a lot of money. My natural color costs more because I've dyed it red, my dear. My natural color is a beautiful blonde color, like my daughter. She's got beautiful blonde hair. I would love that color. If I had never fucked with it, that's the color it would be. I've been dyeing it since I was in high school. It's done. I had to use the special shampoo and conditioner now. They cut half of it off. Look how short it is. Don't fuck with me like this. It's going to stay red for a while, you guys. Thank you. I appreciate the input. Yeah, cool hair story. I'm sure, yeah, I lost half of my viewers. Okay. It's staying red. Yeah, it is shiny right now because they gave me a special shampoo. They said my hair is too damaged. Even when I was blonde, they're like, no, we can't give you the blonde you want. You fucked it up too much. And I have. I'm like, okay, fuck you. I'll just go dye it red and fuck it up more. You're all beautiful. I am now at 7%, not 2%. Thank you all for watching. I hope this was enlightening. Probably wasn't. Yeah, Ian Hawk says the Dabbleverse loves redheads. That's true. There's many beautiful redheads within the Dabbleverse. Check them out. Check everybody out. Everybody check out comicsgate.com. I'm just kidding. Check out Comicsgate, people. Whatever. Various places you can go. All right. I love you guys. Thank you for your super chats. I got Gigadeath, Taylor Swift, Patrick T, J Bomba Fan, Chris Stanley. Thank you for your super chats. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to hang it up. I now have 6%. That's how fast this thing drains. 6% now. And then I'm going to plug it in. I love you guys. Tiny Baby Sloth says it was a good recap. Thank you. Have a good night, everybody. Love you guys.